Hello everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to a brand new live stream. I'm very excited today because it has been a while since we've last done a Satisfactory stream. In fact, you know what, let's get some cinematics going. Because I want to start off today's stream by asking a question. Do you guys enjoy logistics in Satisfactory? I feel like the answer for a lot of people is no. Because it can be rather time consuming, and that is most certainly true. But I feel like there are some ways in Satisfactory where you can enjoy logistics. For example, by taking a break in between certain projects. If you were to spend 7 hours a day just doing logistic works for pipes or for conveyor belts, you might end up losing your mind. But if you do a couple things in between, or go on a holiday for 9 days like I just have, well, quote unquote holiday, it wasn't really much of a holiday, it was more of a work vacation, but oh well. Then I feel like you definitely do enjoy it a lot more. But that is what we'll be talking about today as we do our logistic work for our core power plants. Hello and welcome back to a brand new live stream. Now, again, I was kind of away for the last 9 or so days. I came back last night. I've done a little bit of progress this morning, but I didn't want to work on this factory too much because I wanted to save it for today's stream. But essentially, here's the plan, and I've got to try and remember what I actually did before I went away. I know roughly what I did. I'm not like completely in the dark here. Well, actually I am. That's why I turned the light on. That was called a joke. So what I'm trying to do right now is connect all of our pipes from here over there. Welcome Glitch. Hope that you're doing well. What's that crown next to your name? Welcome Italian guy as well. XP? Wait, top fans. I have no idea. Okay, I have missed this clearly. I don't know what this XP is or top fan thing is on the live chat. I wish I knew, but oh well. So yeah, what I've got to try and do now is firstly patch that up. I don't know why there was a hole there. And now I've got to try and just make sure that I've got all the pipes going into here. So one of our pipelines goes into 2 of these blueprints. You don't know what it is? Yeah, I've got no idea, I'm afraid. Literally no idea. So we've got 1, 2 pipes, 3 pipes, 4 pipes, 5, 6. Okay, I need 6 pipes to come down here. That's not too bad. You get 25 XP every time you send a message. Okay. Do you get like a reward for being first? I didn't set that. I mean, that's just automatically come up there. Welcome, Vinod. Hope that you're doing good. But surely Vinod must be number 1 though, because like they're always on my stream. I'll say that they're the most common chatter, so why are they not number 1? Is it per stream? I've got honestly no idea, but so many YouTube updates just come out nowadays. I've got no idea which each one does. It's a top chatter thing. Oh, okay, that's not too bad then. Welcome, Sandy. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, hope that everyone's doing good, by the way. I do apologize for there being a slight break on the content recently. I've actually placed it in the wrong location. Cool. Oh, dear. But yeah, again, I wasn't home, so I couldn't really do too much. It's per stream. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's a nice change. I mean, is it a significant change? Probably not, but an update's an update. Right, so now you're going to... Let's see. I suppose we can do something like this. Yeah. And plop you down right about there. It's a bit finicky, this part, but you know what? It's completely fine. I don't mind doing it. And again, is that in the wrong spot? I mean, technically... you know what? Technically it is. Damn it. It was technically... Well, I keep saying the word technically. It was fine where it was, but to make things look neat... Okay, I'm a bit stupid. To make things look a bit neater, I had to get rid of it. I don't know why I got rid of that one. Oh, dear. I'm not mentally recovered yet. No. It's gonna take me a few days. Oh, well. Okay, so I'll chuck that over here or there as well. There? No, that goes down a little bit. Although, do I want it to? I I feel like I do. I don't need to actually go that high up, do I? Let me just see what I did over here. Like, did I make the pipes interact and sort of clip with each other? No. Okay, so I did it right. Okay. That's good. Surely there's a reward? There must be, yeah. I mean, I didn't set it. So, I don't know if YouTube gives out a reward. I really don't know. The last couple of streams you've been busy, that's completely fine. Don't worry about it. Life takes full priority. That's completely fine. I'm happy that I can finally stream again, though. I think I'll be doing quite a few streams over the course of the next week. Mostly to do with our logistics here. I do want to try and do a couple things as well. I also want to try and build a secret factory, which obviously because it's a secret factory, I can't really do that on camera because it's a secret. But yeah, except for that, I can probably film a lot of this next episode on camera, which is really nice. There we go. So now you're going to come down to here. Then you're now going to go up to there. The problem being, aren't you just going to glitch through here now? I suppose you are. So I think what we're going to have to do is have you like come out to here. And have you come up to there. There we go. Okay. But now you're there already. My brain cells are gone. Okay, but if I bring you around to the other side instead, so bring you here to the right rather than to the center, how is that going to end up looking? Hopefully not too bad. 1, 2. Is that the right spot? Nope. Oh dear, I think so far I've pressed every wrong button that I could have physically pressed. We are off to such a good start. There we go. So yeah, that is the right location. Deary me. Oh. Chat. Deary me. There we go. That's a lot better. You wish that the straight build mode for pipes would also contain the horizontal to vertical mode? I think it... Like, does horizontal to vertical not automatically build straights? I thought that it did. So what I'm going to do here is just... That. And back. That and this. How far down can I go here? Oh, okay. The answer is quite far. Oh my goodness. Okay, right. I've got an idea. Is it a good idea? No. But it would work. Should I do it? I'm wondering what I did around the other side, because I did pretty well on the other side. But the last time that I built this, it was like over 3 weeks ago, I think now, so I've got to double check what I actually did. Also, I don't like that. Oh well, tough. Yeah, the new pipe mode is definitely quite good. Yeah, that's what I did. I brought it from underneath there. So I did U3 first, which was the top 3? No, you guys just came from down there. Okay. Right. Oh, okay, okay. I get what I've done. So what I want to try and do here is actually go down by about 4 meters. And then do like a mini logistics floor underneath that. Okay, that's not a problem. Although, why aren't you connected to anything? So you go into there. That's fine. And this one here, you go into there. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, the blueprint connector is fantastic. I recommend it, absolutely. I think it's very good. So you've actually got to have a bit of a gap. Right. That's kind of annoying, actually. It's not a massive problem, it's just slightly annoying. So what I've got to try and do now, then, is actually get rid of that. Have you lot actually come back here a little bit. Up to around about this point, so that's completely fine. Then have you come up to here. And underneath here, we'll then go... Let's see, foundations, that's fine. We'll select that, make sure that you're definitely painted in concrete, though. There. I think this is where our logistics floor is actually going to be. Make sure that you're selected to 1 meter foundation, though. That's plenty of room. That should be 4 meters in between. Yes, great. Okay. The next step now is to try and bring you guys down here and make sure that you're also connected as well. That will probably help. Because connecting our pipes would mean that our pipes are connected. Who would have thought? Oh, there's a 1 gap there now as well. Wow. Okay. Oh dear. Right. Let's think about this from an obvious point of view. If I was to shuffle you over there a little bit, you can then connect to that one. Okay. Okay. This might need a very slight redesign, but it's nothing that we can't do. That's a fact. Are you aligned with that? Now you are, but I feel like that's too far away. That's where you should be. The blueprint connectors are fantastic. They really are. I feel like update 1.1, I know that a lot of people weren't very excited for update 1.1, but if I'm being completely honest, like from a quality of life point of view, it was actually a really good update. It added loads of things into the game which makes the player's experience better. So in my opinion, 1.1 was a good update. I know some people are like, oh, but they didn't add any ores, they didn't add any, like, new machines. Okay. That's the whole point of update 1.1, or 1.0 even, was to do that. It's not like every single update that's going to come out there's going to be like a new machine or a new ore, because that's just a lot. A bit too much sometimes. You lined up? Now you are. Fantastic. And I want you to be right slap bang in the middle. That doesn't look straight. I don't think I've got a straight mode enabled. No. Let's change that. And the press of a button, it's now automatically a straight pipe. I love it. I really do. Let's drink some water. I'm very warm here today, unfortunately. Apparently it's 21 degrees. It doesn't feel like 21. It feels very humid though, which is actually worse. There we go, bring you up to round about there. Lovely. Welcome, Sven. Yeah, I've been doing a couple streams without the webcam, just taking a bit of a break from it. We might return to it one day, but yeah, not today. There we go. Weather's awful. Like, it really is. I've just come back from like a work trip, and I was out in the sun for pretty much 9 days. I mean, I'm tanned. That's great. But the problem is, I don't normally tan. What happens is I just turn red. Like, there's no, like, tanning process. It's white, 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 red. Yeah, it's awful. I don't understand how a human can tan. I don't get it. Whatever it is, I haven't got it. I am missing it. Oh well. In fact, do I want you there? Kind of. No, actually, I don't. What I do want to try and do, though, is this. Connect to you there, which is nice and simple, because, again, of the straight mode. Then have you connect with that. Closer towards us. Now you've got to go. Okay. Lovely. 24 over here and only 53% humidity. It's definitely higher here. Has to be. There we go. So now we've finally got all 3 of these pipes. Wait, I'm supposed to connect into... Oh my... Honestly, my mind's gone. It's like I've forgotten how to play this game. I've actually lost my mind. All it took was 9 days. And I've forgotten how to play Satisfactory. Oh well. But going back to the question that I was asking towards the start of the stream, I do honestly think that logistics can be fun. fact, let me do a poll over on the YouTube chat. Welcome, Milky Jade. Hope that you're doing good. A fellow cheese complexion? Maybe. Potentially. How do I even do a poll on YouTube? Engage with your audience. There you go. Do you enjoy logistic work in Satisfactory? There we go. If you guys want to vote on the poll over on YouTube, you guys can. On Twitch, can I even do Twitch polls? I probably can. I'm not like a very big Twitch user. I'll occasionally have like a scroll. Yes, you can. Oh. It might take me about half an hour to figure it out, so I think I'll do it next time. Welcome, Slumman. Oh, here's a name I'm going to mispronounce. Sliminder. Sliminder. Hope that you're doing well, man. Attempt at evolution. Well, I've definitely failed. Failed with flying colors. Okay. Do I do something actually, it doesn't matter. I was going to try and attempt something stupid there, but I guess not. I'll leave that empty just for now. I want you just to come straight down. No faffing around, just a very basic horizontal to vertical. I don't want you to get in the way of that. So preferably I want... Yeah, I mean, well... It bends a little bit. I definitely do see a slight bend, but if I bring you any further forward, you're just going to Z-snap with that, and I'd rather have a little bit of a bend than a Z-snap. Sorry, Z-snap. However you pronounce it. There we go. 40 Celsius. I'll die. No, that'll be the end of me. Although saying that, I did used to live in a desert, so... But that was never as hot because you always had air conditioning. You'd wake up, there'll be air conditioning. You'll go to sleep, there's air conditioning. Whereas here, there isn't really any. I mean, there's a fan, but fans don't cool down the room. They make you feel a bit cooler, but they don't reduce the temperature of the room. If anything, that actually makes it worse. Because you have an extra machine that's turned on. Okay, right, now for you lots, you're basically just going to go towards the very end. I mean, I know it's quite simple, but sometimes simplicity is the easiest option. Is it always the right option? I hope so. So we're going to find out. Regardless, them three are now done. That's great. I've now got to connect you and you. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.5. There should be an even number. There shouldn't be an extra 1 blueprint. Have I missed? Oh, don't tell me I've missed one. Oh, that would be generally quite frustrating. We got them two. Them two. Yep. You're going into them. Same with you. That one. Okay, so everything here seems fine. So how am I missing one? Let me just double check. So this, essentially, if you guys have just tuned in, one of these pipes goes into 2 of these blueprints, which in total is about 6 core generators. Okay, so that one's okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. Is there nothing here? No. Shouldn't there be? Yeah, because you're in the middle of that. That's fine. I feel like I've missed something from this side, but I very clearly haven't. Look, these two are always so close to one another. Whenever there's one on this side, there's one on that side. Is there anything here? Oh, I know what this is. Oh, okay. I've messed myself up here. This is a water pipe. This isn't a water... Oh, man. I thought this was going towards coal generators. So essentially what I've done now is I'm feeding water into a pipe that's feeding water into the same pipe. That isn't going anywhere. Ah, okay, right. That's... It's good that we were... You know, okay. Let's think about this from a positive point of view. It's good that we were able to spot this problem from here. But it's also quite bad because it means that everything I've just done needs to get redone again. Saying that though, that shouldn't actually take that long. If I just get rid of this, we select our pipe, you go into there, then you just connect straight into this one. Although it doesn't seem to want to. That's fine. I think what I'll do here instead then is select that. Select our straight mode. Have you come right into the middle there. Then boom. Bam. Lovely. I think I did that before I left, so that's the reason as to why I completely forgot that was there. So you then come out of that, and you go straight into these two. Okay. Which means now you've got to go. Like that. Then you two have... Okay, this makes sense now. We are back. Although I suppose you've now got to move over here. Yes, okay. That's all good. Get rid of that. Like these two together. I definitely feel like logistics can be fun if you are like not as completely daft as I am. Then it's then it's a great experience. There we go. Given you mentioned coal generated, you're guessing it's spare petroleum coke for aluminium. I still don't... Well, I can actually answer that question. Give me a minute. If I very quickly turn this off... Hi, it's me! Bit of a jump scare. What I'm going to do is actually open up this, so I can show you guys this. I probably should have given you guys like a warning my face was going to come up on the screen there for a minute. I do deeply apologize. If you were eating, I'm sorry. But I can show you my plan for the aluminium factory very quickly, which I don't think I've fully finished yet. Maybe I have. I've also forgotten where I've put it, so that's pretty cool. Just get you like that. I deeply apologize. No, I deeply apologize. I shouldn't have done that. Also, this takes so long to load now because of the amount of work that we've been doing for it. It's mad. Oh well. It's also fun though as well. That is... Okay, well this is the start of it. If I can just try and find one aluminium recipe, that will give us our answer. There we go. So yeah, I am still using petroleum coke. Okay. You can use coal, that's completely fine. The reason why I'm using coke is because I find it quite easy to do. Also, from my rocket-fueled factory that I'm planning, I'm also going to have quite a lot of petroleum coke left over, because I believe I'm turning my crude oil into heavy oil residue. Cancel. I'm turning my crude oil into rubber straight away, and because of that, I'm then having heavy oil residue as a byproduct. With that heavy oil residue byproduct, I then turn that into petroleum coke. So I'm turning a byproduct into coke into my scrap. So I don't have to consume any coal. You don't have to do that. I just do that because I'm unique. There we go. My webcam's gone now. Back to reality. So you guys are now completely fine. This goes up there. That's amazing. Fantastic. I might even smile today. I don't think I'm going to have to do this part again. At least I better hope that I don't have to do it again. Yeah, that's completely fine. Yep. Grand. So you just continue up there. I don't think I'm going to have you come down here now. Oh, dear. The next part that we're going to try and figure out... I suppose we can do this. Yeah, let's do it. Get rid of you. Have you come round to that. I still feel like straight mode is one of the best things in update 1.1. It really is good. In fact, here's another question for you guys. What is your favorite addition to updates 1.1? Is it the architectural stuff? Is it the quality of life stuff? Is it the Harry Potter collab? I mean, there's so many different things in this update. Put that back over there now. So the final thing that I've got to try and do is locate you here. There we go. Lovely. Use the same recipe, but for quick wire. That's a good recipe as well. There are, like, a lot of really good recipes in this game that I feel like are underrated. There's also some absolutely terrible recipes that I think a lot of people do use. Which, you know, is fine, you know. Like, I don't have sleepless nights when I see someone use the wrong encased industrial beam recipe. I promise. But, you know, use whatever recipe you feel is best. I do sometimes state that in my best recipe videos as well. Like, just because I say and sometimes factually prove that one recipe is better than another, it doesn't mean that you should use it. Use the recipe that you personally feel will best suit you. But that's what a lot of the recipes are actually for. Like, for quite a lot of the electronic recipe... Why is my character... Okay. I'm stuck. There we go. For quite a few of the electronic recipes, it's like, do you want to use a lot of item A and not a lot of item B, or do you want to use a lot of item B and not a lot of item A? That's just the way it works. Okay, why are you different to everyone else? You don't have to be unique. Thank you. So now these three go underneath there, and I don't have to worry about that for a little bit. We should have 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Okay, now everything's back on track. That only took us 27 minutes. It took us 27 minutes to do that. This might be the slowest, like, gameplay that the YouTube algorithm has ever been hit with. 27 minutes. Oh well. And welcome to Rocket. Hope that you're doing good, man. Welcome to the stream. Love that. Oh, the personnel elevator. I definitely want to try and use that. And welcome Hell Valent 01, by the way. Hope that you're doing well. I completely forgot about the personnel elevator. Although I have heard through multiple grapevines that it's bugged. I'm not sure if it still bugs now, but that's what I've heard previously. Is that high enough? I feel like you're 1 too low. Yeah, because you should be up there. Sure. I don't know if there's any tennis fans in the stream today, but Wimbledon yesterday, that was exciting. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch it because I was driving home. Well, I was getting driven back home. And I couldn't watch it, unfortunately. So I was like, okay, let's try not to spoil the score. And then I got like an Apple notification, and it was like, this person's won Wimbledon. I was like, oh, are you joking me? In my best efforts to try and avoid the spoilers, it still got spoiled. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't angry. No, I wasn't angry. I was just disappointed. Oh well. It was Alcaraz versus Sinner. The reason why I didn't say who won, because you guys might want to watch it. I don't know if you guys are into tennis, so I won't spoil it. But yeah, it was... I'm sure it was fun to watch. There we go. What else happened since my last stream? Squid Game Season 3. I watched it. It was fine. Okay. This might be a hot take. I don't even know, nor do I particularly care. But I don't understand the Squid Game hype. I really do not. I feel like Season 1 was a good season. I enjoyed the show. I watched it back, I think, twice in total. And it was fine. I wouldn't say it was the best show I've ever seen. I wouldn't say it was the worst show. It was decent. It was one of the only, like, Korean shows I've ever seen, though. So it was nice being introduced to the Korean television world through Netflix. That was quite nice. However, again, was it the best thing I've ever seen? No. Season 2 was fine. I like some of the characters. I quite enjoyed the performance by Thanos. I thought that was pretty good. I A couple of the other characters I thought were good as well. The problem that I find, not just with Squid Game, I should probably lower this down actually, but with quite a lot of other TV shows, when they have a very big cast, I just don't care much about them. I kind of got to the stage of like The Walking Dead when it was like that. I love The Walking Dead TV show, it was fantastic. However, like, I'm not sure what season it was, but it just got to the stage where there was so many different plots of so many characters that I just didn't particularly care much about. And the characters that I did care about got killed off, and I don't know. And that's the thing about Squid Game as well, like, you know the characters are pretty much all going to die anyway. I felt like the way that Season 3 ended was interesting. Didn't they tease, like, an American Squid Game? Again, like, I don't think Squid Game Season 4 or, like, an American Squid Game would do very well, if I'm honest. I've got a bit of Squid Game fatigue. Wimbledon, is that still a thing? Of course it's still a thing. It's one of the most prestigious tennis tournaments in the world, if not the most prestigious in the world. I went there once when I was a bit younger, and I don't remember much from it, but I remember that I enjoyed it. And I remember having a chocolate ice cream, which cost £2. That's literally what I remember. Childhood memories, right? Oh dear. Let's chuck you up to that. So I'm going to need 6 pipes. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more. Why have I got 7? Yes, I've got 7 now. I shouldn't need 7 though. In fact, I'm wondering, which is often a pretty dangerous thing for me to do anyway. Where do these 3 first pipes end? Here. Okay. My question now is, can I, like, zoop you around there? If it was £2 nowadays, yeah, absolute bargain. It would be practically a steal, but no, unfortunately, it's definitely not £2 nowadays. It was a good few years ago now. I think I was in year 8 of school. No, actually, year 7? So I would have been maybe 12, so 10 years ago. Oh, and of course you're not... Oh, you're not lined up. That's fine. I think what I'm going to do is make sure that you're lined up here. Go down by 5. Do that. Oh dear. And zoop you to there. There we go. So it's like, it's lined up, but at the same time it's not lined up, but it looks lined up. It's good enough. It will do. It'll look better when it's done. I suppose I'll bring you up to here. Actually, are you lined up? I think it is. Yeah. Love that. Oh, you don't think you could watch Squid Game based on the very little things you know about it? I mean, yeah, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I didn't mind it. I feel like it's massively overhyped, though. Like, if there wasn't really much media attention towards it, I would say give it a watch. It's probably quite interesting. But the amount of advertising that they've done for it, it's a bit much. It is. Like, everything's Squid Game. Like, there's even like Squid Game flavored crisps. Like, what does that even taste like? What is a Squid Game flavored crisp? What, chip? If it's not sour cream and onion, I don't want it. I do love sour cream and onion crisps or chips. I know that's why you guys are tuning into this stream. Not for Satisfactory content. No, it's my analysis on crisp flavors. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's even worse. You know what? No, we can make that work. What? Wait, what? I've never seen that before. Are you joking me? Why has it done that? Did I make a mistake? Have I miscalculated something here? What's going on? Welcome, Corpy TV. You've played it for over 4,000 hours now, and you finally found your own style. Simple, but cool. And you tried to, well, get a mod for the first time you made a mistake, for the first time it was too easy. Mods definitely do make the game a bit more complex. Some people like that, some people not so much. But again, it's all about finding your own sort of pace. Like, if you like the game to be modded, go ahead and mod the game. That's completely fine. But then some people just don't like mods at all. It just... Go whatever style you feel is best for you. I know it sounds simple, but it does make a big difference. Okay, this seems a bit better now. So you guys are all sorted out. That's fantastic. And come back around over here. And try and extend all these pipes out. And just connect the first 3 into there. Then the next 3 into the further ones. There you go. And that's our next row done. I don't think we've got that much more to do. Is it just one more row? Or is it 1.5? It might be 1.5. Don't lag. It's only just half. Okay, wow. That's fantastic. So today, what I'm planning on... I should probably explain what I'm planning to do today, right? I mean, we are about 36 minutes into the stream. But essentially, I want to try and get all of my logistic work for my core factory done. Completely done today. And all of my core stuff done for the factory as well. Doing like all of our conveyor belt shenanigans. I'm expecting this might take quite a while. But at the same time, it's entirely worth it though. Because if I can just get it done and dusted, that's our power plant on. And that's a huge amount of progress. The next episode. There are a few things that I do want to try and do for the next episode that I won't be showing you guys though, because I obviously want it to be a bit of a surprise. Okay, now how far back can I go with you? Should be pretty decent. Players in the way, okay. Is that good? Okay, no it's not. That seems decent though, fantastic. No. Minus that one. Good. We've probably consumed a good few thousand copper sheets whilst doing this. What can you expect when the majority of the work that you're doing involves pipes, right? I wouldn't mind getting Mark II pipes, and that's definitely something well, absolutely something I will do before I start my rocket fuel factory. Which isn't really something I'll be trying to do within the next... let's see. A good couple episodes. Because I don't really like to deal with, like, constant power stuff constantly. Like, one episode called power plant. The next episode, rocket fuel power plant. I think it gets a bit too repetitive. I'll be taking a small break in between the power plant videos and streams. Still got tons to work on, though. I've actually started out my plan as well for the iron factory, and if I actually end up building this iron factory, it's going to be rather incredible. A few of you might have already seen the pyramid that I built for it, and essentially that's what we're doing. I'm building a pyramid. Like a really big pyramid. It is cheap, yeah. Luckily Mark 1 conveyor belts, well, yeah, Mark 1 conveyor belts and Mark 1 pipes are incredibly cheap. Okay, great. So you lot are now connected. Just gotta boost you guys up to around about there. Although that didn't look particularly straight. Oh, it's not straight. Okay. That's why it didn't look straight, because it's not. Oh well. This is the same mode we played before. It isn't laggy as I remember. It's... Well... It's the new series. It's not the one with the aluminium factory. Because that world was borderline unplayable because of the lag. Whereas I'm hoping with this series, by the time that we get to a stage where it does start to lag, I might, in quotation marks, might be getting a new PC, if I'm able to save up for one. It depends how well the YouTube stuff goes. If YouTube and Twitch ends up going, oh dear, pretty good, then it means I'm able to afford a new PC. So let's just see. Explains a lot, yeah. I really enjoyed that world. Like, I still feel like our aluminium factory was good. However, our rocket fuel factory wasn't. I wasn't very happy with it. It wasn't terrible. I've made a lot worse things in my time. But the recipe that I used wasn't very good. And the reason as to why I found out it wasn't very good and why I didn't change it was because I didn't do a best recipe video on rocket fuel until I believe after I've started making my rocket fuel. And then it later turned out that the recipe I used was actually rather bad. That's one of the reasons as to why I do this series. Not only does it help other people, which is fantastic, but it also helps me as well. You should come up by 3. I don't know why I only did by 2 that. This is the part that could get a bit complicated now. I'm actually slightly concerned about it, if I'm being like completely honest. And the reason as to why I'm concerned about it is because I haven't got any room for logistics down here. It's a hill. I built this on top of a hill. I've got to try and get a bunch of these pipes over here. Actually, haven't I got a few more around here? Yeah. 4 from there. Fantastic. Any more approaching here from the west side? 3. Is that it? Yes. Okay, yeah. 3 more pipes coming from over there. So that's... Oh. That's 7 in total. The math has mathed. That's generally like kind of crazy. Like everything that I've built so far, mathematically, has actually been perfect. Like logistics-wise, it's so weird. I didn't necessarily plan for it to perfectly line up the way it has, but you know what? We take it. We absolutely take those. There we go. Now, if you come through there, and you lot just coming out of here as well. I know it's like glitching through the wall here. It doesn't make a difference. You can't see it from that side. And that's all I particularly care about. The reason as to why I'm doing that is because I don't want these pipes to be like halfway in the hill. Because I don't think that looks very nice. Besides, you're not really supposed to be able to walk down here. And then after I finish this project, I will never be walking down here again. I don't particularly mind if it doesn't look beautiful. I want it to look functional. And efficient. I don't want it to look efficient because you can't make something... Actually, can you make something look efficient? That's a question. I suppose you can. Yeah. No, you can make something look efficient. Let's say that you've got a miner that's extracting 400 resources per minute, but you're only using 200 resources per minute. That isn't very efficient. However... if you were to add an awesome sink and a smart splitter, it will then look like you are consuming all 400 items per minute, even though you're not. That was a very random, like, rabbit hole, but oh well. We're out of it now. 3 more pipes over here. I knew that was gonna happen. I hate when this happens. Because it looks like it's connected. Oh, fantastic. Oh, wait a minute. Great. So now I'm going to try and bring you guys up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. Oh, you're joking me. Oh well. You think you did something similar at some point, although you don't remember the numbers. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've done the same. Although I try not to. Like, I've definitely been enjoying making my factories as efficient as possible. If I can get as close to being 100% efficient as I physically can, then I consider that a good project. There we go. Now, how far forward do I want to try and bring you lots? I suppose I can bring you up to here for now. And let's see where we can go from here. So, U4 pipes, right. In fact, let's just use a half foundations here because it stops a little bit of the Z snapper. There we go. We've got 7. Right. This will fit. I think this will fit. Just about, potentially, but yeah, it should be alright. Let's see. Let's go into our logistics. Then go... Oof. I think there should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not bad. I mean, again, it does go over the hill here a little bit. I'm not massively concerned about that. So you 3 then have to, like, swivel around and then go over here. Over there. That's annoying, though. That's really annoying. I suppose you 4 can potentially go around this. This is where our Sam's coming out of. Let's try and get a slightly better angle to show you guys from over here. So our Sam comes down straight into there. It could just go into the wall and then out of the way. But I really like the way it just comes straight down here. And I don't want to change that. I think our conveyor belt and our pipe might have to overlap here at some points. Which is not ideal, but it's fine, honestly. I'm not too concerned about that at all. Use the nitro rocket fuel recipe and turned 687.5 crude oil into 2,000 rocket fuel and 417 turbo fuel because of the compact core byproduct. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, I'm going to chuck these feathers down here. It's like so. Lovely. I must admit, though, one thing that I do generally love about Satisfactory is the amount of different playstyles that you can have. Because it's not like you can just play, like, the way I'm playing, for example, where everything has to be efficient, it has to look decent, it has to be a certain way. You don't have to play like that. Like, your imagination is quite literally the limit. You could play, for example, like Let's Game It Out, who I would like to think has a very different playstyle than I. And that's completely fine as well. There's no one telling you that you can't play a certain way. And eventually you still come to the same result. Still complete the game or do the space elevator parts. I think a straight mode here could work out quite nicely. It might look a bit weird, but... Oh, you know what? No, I quite like that. No, I don't. I liked it for about 3 seconds until I saw what it actually looked like, that I didn't like it. Mate, can you move out of the way? I understand that these creatures are technically the local population and I'm destroying their home. However, I don't think they're quite aware of the huge profit I make. I mean, not the huge profit, the, okay, I am making a huge profit from this, power-wise. You might have to go back here a little bit, and that's fine. Is that... Okay, that's not even lined up. Fantastic. Over 3,000 hours playtime, I still can't line up the pipes. Oh, dear. I feel like in life, there's some skills that you're just never able to master. And for me, lining things up is just one of them. I've accepted it. I've completely accepted my fate. It is what it is. There we go. I do apologize for the nighttime, by the way. I know it could be quite dark sometimes on the gameplay footage. There's not really too much I can do about that as of right now. I might get a mod for it, like a constant daytime mod, if that's ever going to be a thing. Maybe it is. Maybe it's already a thing. I don't know. Yeah, it's something I'm definitely considering. There we go. So, you guys are now done. I am slightly concerned about this now as well. Are our pipes going to appear through here? Let me just check. No. It'll be completely fine, I think. Let's just confirm it. Yes, fantastic. If it did appear through... Actually, let me show you guys a very quick fix for it. If it did appear through, there is something that I could have done. I could have grabbed the wall, and rather than placing it down here, or just nudging it forward, as you can see, there's like a very small gap in between. If I press Control, then nudge, it does like a half sort of... Well, it's a half nudge, hence why it's called a half nudge. So I could have just placed down an extra wall there. So that would not have been a problem at all, but luckily it's not a problem anyway, so that's great. The next plan now is to try and connect you lots into there eventually. Not right now. Let's start off by doing this. And how exactly are we going to do this? Let me just try something here. I'll bring you down to there, then bring you up by 1. Not by 2, by 1. Same with this. I'll come down to around about there, bring you up by... What? Invalid shape. What did I do there to make it invalid? Also, let me just get rid of that. Give myself a bit more room here. Let me try that again. Maybe I selected the wrong thing there. Oh. It depends where I'm standing. Okay. Sure. Oh, shit. That's okay. Now, fingers crossed. This is the part I'm a bit concerned about. Are you going to line up? Yes, you are as straight as I was kind of hoping this pipe would be. And you come up here. And last pipe. There. When it comes to our SAM, it is most certainly going to be clipping through our pipes, and I hate that. I really do. But as of right now, I can't really think of another solution around it. Oh, I just thought of one, but I'm not going to do it because it would take me at least another 20 minutes, and it's not that big a drama. There we go. Then plop you down. No, then plop you down over there. Great. So I've got to try and rotate you guys around over here now. Try and find our center, which is right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. After I confirm that this is definitely aligned with that, which to be fair, yeah, I can confirm it in my head because that seems pretty decent. What I'll do is also, again, to give myself a bit of room, get rid of that just for a minute. That's completely fine. Select our pipe and come back around over here. And you're going to get placed... Oh, it doesn't quite stretch that far out. Okay. Right, how can we do this? Because there is a way. When there's a will, there's a way. How far can I bring you out? Here. Surface too uneven. Oof, this could be a concern. Is that the exact same place? No, so you're... Okay, you're actually fine there now. And... We'll just double check very quickly that you can go into here. You can. Is it straight? It is. You can then go into here. Then this pipe should start to fill up. Yes. Okay, fantastic. There is a very small amount of clipping here, which from our point of view right now, this is very noticeable. Very noticeable. However, by the time that everything's been placed down, like this part here is covered up, our stairs are in place, you won't actually be able to notice any clipping at all. So that's completely fine. All you have to do is just close your eyes and pretend that you haven't seen like the last 15 minutes worth of gameplay. And then everything will be completely fine. That's fine. Let's see what we can do about that. I had a feeling that placing it in the middle of a rock wouldn't be a fantastic idea. Oh dear. You work that. Why is it getting so dark? I can barely see what I'm doing, even with like the torch on my screen. I do apologize again if it is quite dark for you guys as well. I can't turn up the brightness. I believe it's on maximum brightness already. If I could, then I would. Ah, wait, maybe the reason why it's uneven is because of this? That could have been it, to be fair. No, it would... no. No. So not only is it clipping, but it's also not even lined up properly. My eyes are burning. But you know what? It is what it is. The job must go on. There's a mod that makes it always day. Yes, I am tempted with downloading the mod. The reason as to why I don't actually get any mods, I think I've explained this once or twice before, but that's, I'll say it again because that's, you know, not everyone was here for that. But the main reason as to why I don't is because my PC can't handle too many mods, unfortunately. Also, I do prefer more of a vanilla experience. So if people do want to play along at home or they want to see what I've done, and I'm like, oh yeah, also I'm using like 11 different mods. Well, they might not want to get those 11 different mods, or maybe their PCs can't handle those mods. So it's trying to find that balance between... Wait, have I done this wrong? Wait. Ah, okay, good. I was like, I'm missing a pipe. But yeah, it's trying to find that balance between a satisfying gameplay vanilla experience and also just trying to make the game not laggy and enjoyable for everyone to watch. I think I'm pretty happy with where we are at the moment. As you say though, constant daytime, definitely something I am thinking about. I will mention it if I do get the mod, by the way. I won't just like download a mod overnight, not talk about it, and expect people to like know that I've got a mod, because that's just not realistic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I've got 8 coming here, don't I? I haven't got 7. So you've got to go around over there. That's completely fine though. Yeah, don't worry. If I do get a mod, I'll mention it at the very start of the video. Or stream. Whichever comes first. So the 8th pipe. I suppose that's going to be you then, isn't it? We've still got tons of pipes left over. What I've actually done here, I would say by accident, but it wasn't really by accident, is, oh. That was a bad amount of lag. I've got quite a lot more pipes here than what I actually need. So what I'll most likely end up doing is converting a few of these pipes, combining it with iron, maybe concrete or copper, and turning that into pure iron ingots, pure copper ingots, or wet concrete, which essentially means I get more resources than if I was just to use like a constructor or a smelter. So I'll probably end up doing something like that. Regardless, everything here should now have water. Let's just check to make sure it's completely fine over here. Fantastic. I'm really happy with that. The next part should be the easiest part. Although that's rich coming from me, because I probably will try and find a way to make it overcomplicated. But no, it should be rather self-explanatory. How did I miss so many? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Great. And again, everything here should have water. Granted, not a lot of water. We've literally just connected the pipes. But as long as we can see, like for example here, there is water being filled up, so we know it's working. Amazing. Wow. That is a good part of our logistics already done. The next thing to do now is to make sure that everything over on our left is connected. And then when that's all done, we then move on to the very final row here on the right. There's 6 rows in total, and we've done... Well, we've now done 5 of them, which is great. Brilliant. Uh-oh, no, stop. There we go. So yep, all of these are connected here as well. I don't think there'll be any water coming into here just yet. No. Okay, is there a problem, or is it just taking time? Because this is something I might be a bit concerned about. Can it get up this ramp? Actually, that's a good question. 0, 0. Let's give it a couple of minutes, because bear in mind, we also have the previous ramp from somewhere down over there. Oh, actually, no, this is not going to work. No. I've got to add some more pipeline pumps, I think is the conclusion I've come to. The flow rate's only 165. It shouldn't be. It should be 300. So maybe that pipeline pump will help us out here a little bit. Because it gives us an additional 20 meters head lift? Is it 20 meters? For like Mark 1's 20, then Mark 2's 50, which is fantastic, but we haven't got Mark 2's. No, you guys are fine. Okay, so this is not a problem. From what I can see. This, though... Again, not a problem. Right. Let me just see something. If I go into my logistics, I won't be able to afford this just yet. I've got the resources, just not on there. So you go up there, do you? You go to there, then you stop. I feel like that's going to be quite good for us, though. And that very final push will be completely fine. I'm not massively concerned about that. So let's get, like... In total, we're not going to need any more than 20 more of these pipeline pumps. And luckily, again, very, very cheap stuff. It's 2 copper sheets, 1 rotor per pump. And as of right now, I am literally sinking all of my rotors. I've got so many of them. So this isn't a massive, drama. Luckily. Well, not yet. The day will come, I can guarantee it. The day will come where I'm going to need a bunch of rotors. I'm not going to have any because I've sunk them all. And then I'm going to say to myself, why did you sink all of them? Oh well. But today is not that day, so... so it's okay. Oh, you don't want to go there. Overlapping another... Oh. That makes sense. I think. Yeah, yet was the key word in that sentence, because, again, it will happen. It always happens. I make the same mistakes and I'm surprised about the outcome. Although, to be fair, over the years, I have been getting better at not doing that. That's good. Oh, no. Wait, what? Did I just place a pump on a pump? I'm pumping the pump. You can do that. What? Oh, yeah, you can just place them anywhere, of course. I was really confused there for a minute. My last 2 functioning brain cells could not comprehend what I've just witnessed. Connect you lot into there. Come on. I know I can reach it. There we go. So that shouldn't be a problem. Let's just go back to where we were a moment ago there and double check that our pipeline pumps are fully functional. Because the flow rate seemed really good. We are pumping pumps. I don't know if that means that we get to pump it by 40 meters, but I don't think that's how it works. Welcome Solar Flare, by the way. Hope that you're doing good. And the scores on the doors, by the way, for the YouTube chat XP is that Glitches in first place, the Rockets 1193 is in second, and then Trollface 5424 is in third. I still don't understand how the XP works for the YouTube stream, but there we go. How's the pressure looking? Are you still not filled up? Okay, that's fine. Doing good? Nice, I'm glad to hear that. This is good to see. I believe when it moves like that, it means that the water's actually flowing. So that's good as well. Fantastic stuff. So are you guys all filled up now? No. You still haven't got anything. What's the reason for that? I'm guessing it's because... No, you're turned on. So why aren't you... Oh. I haven't connected this? Oh my goodness gracious me. Is the YouTube stream a lot more popular than Twitch? YouTube's my, like... my primary source of content. So often we do have some more people watching on YouTube compared to Twitch. But it just depends. It really just depends. There we go. I have said that I do want to start doing a few more Twitch-only streams, though. So, if you are watching on Twitch, then don't be too concerned, because there will be some, like, Twitch-exclusive streams. As of right now, for the next couple of days at least, I will be doing joint YouTube and Twitch streams. There we go. Due to the massive lack of content over the last week or so, because again, I wasn't home. There we go. I don't know why it's lagging. I think you guys noticed it as well, right? It's lagging quite badly. I think what I'm going to do, firstly, get rid of this because I hate this being here. It's fantastic to have when you need it, but it just takes up unnecessary parts of my screen. Then go into options, and I think I'll lower down the graphics from high to medium just for now. I've noticed that the gap from low to medium seems to be a lot greater than from medium to ultra. It's a big difference from low to medium. It really is. I quite like it, though. Oh, okay. Wow. Give it a minute. Do a couple spins. It often does take a few seconds to adjust to the new graphics, even if you lower them, believe it or not. Okay, I noticed zero difference. Oh, no, there is definitely a difference. Yep, no, there is. There we go. You really like using the crystal oscillators and the crystal computers. The simplicity it brings to your logistics to be... Yeah, I think that's the recipe I recommended as well. I think it's the one I'm using. I really like it as well, yeah. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I thought I somehow upgraded the pipe, but this is the clean pipeline. This is the regular pipeline. Okay. That confused me there for a moment. Not too many more left to go now. Lovely. The support in this series has been so good, by the way. Thank you very much, everyone. I think I say the exact same thing every single stream that I do, but thank you for the support. It is a really cool feeling, like, being able to release content that I really enjoy making. Like, I haven't released a single video on this channel where I've, like, forced myself to make the video. Every video I've ever released has been a video that I've personally wanted to make. So it's great knowing that even after I make the videos, people still want to watch them as well. So, thank you for that. There we go. I'll remove that as well from my inventory slot. So you should now be starting to take some water on board. Fantastic. That is great. I've still got to connect them all, like, together, but that's completely fine. I'll do that when I mess around with my coal, because this is where I essentially feed my coal into my power plants, and also it's where I connect my power plants together, my generators. So that's completely fine. Now let's do our very final row of logistics, or pipeline logistics, should I say. And then we should be able to move on to some more exciting stuff. Which is, well, I mean, exciting. The exciting stuff's exciting. What? These are lies. Right, I'll connect you two together. Make sure you're nice and straight. Lovely. And do the exact same thing for all of these. Because we've got, we've got tons of logistic room. Although I do preferably want to try and make these couple of foundations for the remainder of our water pipeline pumps. Oh, not pipeline pumps. Water pipes. Because they're going to be able to come through here. And preferably straight down into here. Which is the plan. There we go. And as we all know by now, I've never done a single plan that hasn't worked out before. Nope, never, not even once. No, fake news. Okay, maybe a couple times. Okay, maybe every plan, but still. The thought is there, that's what counts. Oh dear. And slap that up there as well. And chuck that into there. Great. We shouldn't have too many more of these now. 1, 2, okay, 3 more. Great, so that's 5 in total. Either 5 or 6, but I think it might be 5? No, 6. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's still a pretty good amount of space. Although I will try and get you guys a bit closer to one another. So, 1, 2. I think I want you to go there. Your design's going to be a little bit different from the rest. But again, that's completely fine. And you're going to go here. Get rid of that, then get rid of this. Although I preferably want to try and make this the clean variant, just because it ends up looking a bit nicer. If you don't know, by the way, the difference is, if I can show you, there we go. I don't know why it's lagging so much now. We were just saying it wasn't lagging like 5 minutes ago. But the pipeline has this indication of how much fluid's being transported inside of it, whereas the clean variant shows nothing. It's literally just the pipe. I prefer the clean variant because it just, well, it looks cleaner. Nicer. We'll get rid of that for now. Increase you round to there. And I think we said 6, didn't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, what was that? It's getting worse. How's the lag getting worse? Pipe's too long. Oh, we're having an absolute blender here. We're making a computer and oscillator factory. Besides all the quartz nodes in the southern forest, it's tricky because there's not a lot of ground space. It's forcing you to work vertically, though. Yeah, vertical factories can, if you do it right, end up looking really good. Or you could just opt through the, how do I say this? The Let's Game It Out playstyle. When he did his vertical factory, which also worked. Like, it did work. However, it was complicated. I would say overcomplicated, but there's no such thing in Satisfactory. There we go, last one. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Great. Pipeline Mark II has always frustrated you because it ain't clean. Yeah, it has those bits around the side, doesn't it? Although I believe that's the only indication of it being a Mark II, I keep saying minor. Mark II pipe. Compared to the Mark I, is that thing around the side. Which doesn't make the clean variant clean. Oh. Come on. The lack of foundations that he uses is not frustrating, it's eye-opening. There we go, it's eye-opening. But at the same time, it makes me want to close my eyes because, I mean, it's like, foundations are there for a reason. Foundations are supposed to keep everything nice and neat. Am I off by 1? Unless this is not straight. Oh, no, okay. Oh, good. I thought I was off by 1 there. No, I wasn't. Yeah, they're supposed to keep everything nice and neat. Again, playstyles. Everyone's got their own. Some may be better than others. Some are nice and neat. Some are not. But it doesn't really matter though. It's like, as long as you're having fun playing the game. And this is the most important part, not just for Satisfactory, but for any game. As long as you enjoy it, then fair play. Actually, I'll extend that a bit further. As long as you're enjoying it and not ruining the experience for other players. Like, for example, you might be playing, let's say, Call of Duty or a multiplayer or co-op game, and if you're cheating, you might find it fun, but if you're, like, ruining everyone else's experience, then that's not good. Within reason, if you have fun playing a game, then who's going to stop you? There we go. Bring this out to here, and I think there's 5 here now, isn't there? 4 or 5? 4 in total. Okay, that's not too bad. Welcome, Milos. That was my my Polish pronunciation. Hope that you enjoyed it. Welcome to this stream. Could you imagine Satisfactory challenge where you'd have to complete tier 9 without using foundations? I would rather... Let me choose my words carefully here. I would rather not. Yeah. I mean, if you want to, I'm sure you could attempt it. But I don't see why any man would want to suffer to such an extent. What have I... Wait. What have I done? Ah! Am I just this bad at the game? It's perfect. Oh, I'm happy. How am I doing? I'm doing well. Well, physically, I am dead. I've resurrected and returned, but I'm also dead at the same time. Mentally, I'm feeling fantastic, though. And I haven't felt mentally fantastic in a while, so it's actually quite nice. Oh, dear. Don't crash. Don't crash. Do not crash. It's crashed. No. Okay, well, this is a slight concern. No. Okay, what do we do? Because the thing is, right, if you guys are new to the channel, sometimes when I restart my game, it crashes the Wi-Fi in my house. Don't ask how, I don't understand it. I am going to try and do a restart. If the stream crashes, I do apologize. If not, let's continue. So, yeah, we'll do a send and close and I'll automatically do a restart. We'll try that. Does your face cam appear again? I can make my face cam appear again, but I feel like I don't want to give you guys a jump scare. I don't care what Fortnite's doing. There we go. Oh, because you're... Yeah, exactly, Kiminos. It's because of you that my stream crashed. Not my stream, my game crashed. I'm not angry, I'm just a bit disappointed. Yeah. Oh, well. Okay, but to be fair, everything seems fine. I think we will do a quick restart here, which is quite nice. I can tell when I can restart my game because that will not appear as cloud syncing. But don't worry though, it's just a little bump in the road. A massive bump. It's like when someone tells me to go with the flow, but then the flow is a tsunami. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? But we will just go with the flow. Offers me a good opportunity for a nice water break. Oh, there we go, launch. Is that it? Damn. I don't think we lost too much progress. Are you ready to face yourself and your... Wait, what? Survive... Oh, it's... I don't know why I thought the game was free there for a minute. I've never heard of like so many of these games coming out now. I feel like I'm so far behind with the gaming space. I know everyone's excited for GTA 6. This might even be like an unpopular opinion. I don't care for GTA 6. I really don't care for it. It could be free to play, and if I'm honest, I still wouldn't get it. I'm sure I'll end up getting it in like a couple years. But I'm not excited for it. At all. Is it because I'm a Watch Dogs fan? Yes. But because like everyone says, oh, I love GTA, it's the best game ever. But then when you actually ask them, what do you do in GTA now? It's like, oh, I log onto the game, I get into a car, I run over a few people, I do a heist, and I log off. Okay. I mean, again, that's fine. I am your top fan. You're almost my top fan. You're my third top fan, according to YouTube. I really don't understand this like top fan thing. A part of me almost wants to remove it, but it's not hurting anyone, so I'll keep it for now. Oh yeah, seizure warning, by the way. There we go. So let's check the poll. So far we've got 34 votes. And the question was, do you enjoy logistic work in Satisfactory? 85% said yes, whereas 15% said no. That's fair enough. Honestly, I thought it'd be a lot closer. I did not think it would be that close. If you guys do want to have your say on the poll over on YouTube, then feel free to leave your vote. If you can't see it, then you can always refresh the stream chat, and then it should appear. You don't have to vote, it's just there if you want to. Don't know what you do in GTA. I've never properly played it. I've played the online version a couple times, but like the daily missions are things like taking pictures of animals. I don't want to take a picture of an animal. I don't want to have to spend half an hour driving around a hill to take a picture of some mountain lion that's about 15 pixels. Again, it is what it is. Oh, we've lost tons of work. That's annoying. Although that's completely fine. I don't mind redoing some parts of it. But the good thing is, after we get this little final row done, we can then move on to our core logistics. And the thing is, I'm both looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm also kind of not looking forward to it. And the reason as to why I say that is because I don't know how I'm going to actually do it. Oh, days. Oh, days. I meant to say, oh my days. Oh, well. So you guys are there for now. I think what I might have to do is add one more. So I think it's something like this. I don't know, for now we'll leave it like that. Oh, no, stop. It makes you a top fan based off the past 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't understand it. But the thing is, YouTube never normally introduces stuff if it's not beneficial for them. So I'm guessing the reason as to why they've done it is for engagement. To make it more competitive. Like, I want to try and be the #1 fan on... Who streams on YouTube? Tim the Tapman? Does he still do YouTube streams? But let's say I want to try and be Tim the Tapman's #1 fan. So then it will encourage them to keep typing and keep on chatting in the chats, right? I believe the more engagement that a stream or a video has, the more likely YouTube will recommend it. So if more people are typing trying to get the #1 spot, it means that that channel is then going to receive more engagement, which means that potentially the platform will then receive more engagement. I think that's why they've done it. Oh well. Another unpopular opinion, potentially, but I think that YouTube should reintroduce the dislike button. It's still there. I've never disliked a video in my life. If there's a video that I've watched and I didn't find it particularly good, I just move on. Because you have to remember that leaving a like or a dislike counts as the same thing for the algorithm. So you could watch a video about, like, Shrek and... I don't know, Finding Nemo doing the floss on Fortnite and think it's the worst video I've seen in my entire life and I feel physically sick. So you might leave a dislike. but the YouTube algorithm is like, oh, that person's interacted with the video, so they must have found it interesting. So then that video gets recommended again and again. What's an unpopular opinion? Yeah, to be fair, I don't think that was a massively unpopular opinion. I feel like I'm turning into Ludwig with these lukewarm takes. Oh, well. Okay, we'll chuck that over there. Lovely. And these two should just line up with each other. Yeah, boy. Lovely. A bit of deja vu. It's like we've almost done this before. In fact, you know what? Save. And yes, I know I've got 172 hours. I know, and we're only like, what, 6 episodes into the series? It's mad. It's mad. Oh, dear. I don't think I've ever spent 170 hours for just 6 episodes in a series before. Oh, well. Yeah, there is a browser extension that shows them, isn't there? I haven't got that personally, but yeah. I feel like, though, another big reason as to why dislikes on a YouTube video, at least seeing them, is quite important, is because of things like tutorials. Like, the other day, for example, I had a problem with my PlayStation, so I was trying to find a tutorial for it, and I noticed that there weren't that many likes. There was a decent amount of views, not too many likes, and comments were turned off. So I watched, I think it was like it was an almost 20-minute long video, and by the end of it, I realized that the video in itself didn't actually answer the question that it said in the title, and it was quite annoying because I just watched the video for no reason, essentially. So I assumed the reason why there weren't that many likes was because there was tons of dislikes, and I couldn't see if people didn't like it because comments were turned off. So when it comes to tutorials, I feel like it's very important to have likes and dislikes enabled. But again, it is what it is. Realistically, who's going to win this debate? YouTube, who's owned by Google, or a guy called the Valhalla Pickle? Let's be realistic here for a second. Of course we're going to win it. Oh dear. Right, so how many of these pipes do I actually need? Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's not too bad. If I was to bring you up to there, can we make it through to the other side? If I was on the right layer. Yes, we can. I mean, clear it by some room there as well. Damn. Okay. That's really good, actually. Yep, I'm happy with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although you're not perfectly lined up. That's okay. I'm happy. I'm content. Got 3 from there. 4, 5, 6. Wow, so all of these are the extras? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn. Wow. That's a pretty good amount. Nearly every tutorial video you watch. Yeah, it does sort of get to the stage where it gets quite frustrating. Definitely. Also, let me just get rid of this for a moment. Makes things a bit easier. Okay, there's just another layer of concrete here because of course there is. Nice. There we go. One game that I've thought about streaming recently is Mario Party. I don't know how I'll do it, but I feel like it could be kind of fun. Just getting a group of people together and then just streaming Mario Party. I feel like it would have to be for a very special occasion though. I could be a bit weird if like a random Tuesday morning I'm like, you know what we're gonna do today? Mario Party. That just has like nothing to do with my channel. But I feel like every now and then it's good just to do something a bit different. Especially over on the Twitch channel. I'll be doing a lot more experiments with that. YouTube, I mean, I've said this before, but this channel will only be games I enjoy playing, which as of right now is mostly just Satisfactory. And, like, Age of Empires, but I'm not really planning on making any Age of Empires content. So, the only videos I'll be releasing here on this channel is Satisfactory. So if you guys like the game, don't worry. Maybe other factory games as well. I've still got one game that, like, the devs reached out to me. They were like, hey, here's a code for the game, you might want to play it. I got the code, and I played the game, and it's actually quite decent. I feel like it could be quite, not intense, that's the wrong word. Quite unique, I think is the right word to use. It seems challenging, but it also seems quite fun as well. It is a factory builder. There's a good amount of automation. So I do want to try and... Feck! That's annoying. I don't want to try and feck. That wouldn't be very good YouTube content. I want to try and just maybe do a stream about that. Again, maybe stream it on Twitch, and if it's fun, upload it as a YouTube video. But we'll see. Games you enjoy playing Battlefield... Milos, you're very close to a ban. Wow. I mean, the thing is, right, Battlefield 5 just... It's not the worst game I've ever played, but I just don't feel like I'd enjoy streaming it. I've played worse games than Battlefield 5. I have. Oh dear. In fact, I'll quite literally be playing Battlefield 5 tonight, but I won't be streaming it. But, yeah. If you guys have never played Battlefield 5, then don't worry. Although saying that though, I've noticed that a lot of people actually really enjoy the game. I feel like the reason why I don't enjoy it as much as other people is because I've got a bit of Battlefield fatigue. Although saying that, I could go back to Battlefield 4 and probably just play it for like 10 hours non-stop. Depends. Okay, so what I'm going to end up trying to do here, I'll increase you around to here. Grab that, then plop you down here. I have played 2042. I've played it during the beta, and I've played it once about a year ago. And that's about it. I know it's definitely gotten a lot better since the beta, and it's not even remotely close. Like the difference is night and day, and it's a positive change for Battlefield. But at the same time, though, it's still not at the quality I would... Wait, what? How are you... Oh, I'm gonna, like... cry a little bit. That's annoying. It's still not at the quality I would deem as fun. And that's the nice way of me framing it, I should say. The good thing is, I have played some incredible games in my life. I think a couple of the earlier Call of Duties, in particular World at War, I think was probably my favorite game of all time. The Horizon franchise as well, Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, I think are absolutely remarkable games. The storyline from Zero Dawn is a storyline I will never forget. I don't know why necessarily, like it wasn't the best storyline in the world, but it's just like personally it's a memory now at this point. I just really enjoyed it. Yeah, there have been tons of games I would recommend and that I've enjoyed. How do you look? That looks pretty good, actually. I'm happy with the way that looks. There we go. Right, so you'll then do a nice little U-turn around there. Actually, wait, no, you're going to go there, aren't you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that good enough? Medal of Honor Pacific Assault. I feel like I've played that before on the PlayStation 2. Let me just very quickly Google search that. Again, I feel like I have played that before. Oh, Medal of Honor Pacific Assault. Yeah, I played it. I just saw a screenshot of it and yeah. There have been many good games. There we go. Here's another hot take. I know we were literally just talking about, like, hot takes and opinions. Here's another one. it honestly felt like Assassin's Creed Valhalla wasn't that bad, but before any Assassin's Creed fans be like, oh, it's the worst one that's ever... Okay, wait. It's the very first Assassin's Creed game I've ever played in my life. I'd had zero experience with Assassin's Creed before then, so my expectations were non-existent. I didn't have any. So after playing Valhalla, I thought the game was really good. And to be fair, it's one of those games I would probably go back and play today, and I'd probably get addicted to it again. However, I recently started playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and the amount of things that were in Origins, which is a game that came out well before Valhalla, that weren't in Valhalla, is rather a lot. I can absolutely see why Assassin's Creed fans didn't like Valhalla. Absolutely, I can. But again, coming from the point of view of someone who's never touched Assassin's Creed before, or not properly at least, I've had a couple little, tries with it. I've never owned it until Valhalla. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And I would actually recommend it as well. I would. If you guys like Viking sort of games as well, games where you can just turn up to an enemy area and just slaughter everyone that you see. But I feel like that's also another problem though as well. Like, the title of the game is called Assassin's Creed. Assassin. But you're playing as a Viking who, let's just say for the majority of missions, you don't necessarily need to be an assassin for. Because you can just go in, wave a sword or whatever, and then just kill everyone that you see. So again, from the assassin point of view, I can understand it. Expectations, yeah. And that links back to what I was saying about GTA as well. Like, my expectations for it were through the roof because I've only ever heard good things about GTA. But when I played it, it was like it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just fine. And also that links back to what we were talking about with Squid Game as well. Towards the very beginning of the... Whoa, what was that? Was that curved? That's quite nice. That's really nice. I'll definitely try and find a use for these curved pipes. I've already got something in mind for my rocket fuel factory. Yeah, like what I was saying about Squid Game. Squid Game is not bad. But the hype... I don't know. Right, we've still got one more of these pipes. You can come out to here, why not? There we go. I wonder what other video games are overhyped. Some would say Minecraft. I would have to disagree. I feel like Minecraft is good. I quite enjoy it. I wouldn't say I play it as much as I used to, although I would say that's mostly because I'm older than what I was. So games like Minecraft aren't like screaming my name anymore. Some would say I'm no longer the target audience, and I suppose that is true. 1, 2, we've got to try and get to 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. 8. And now I've got to try and realign these 9 so that they're in line with that, which should actually be quite simple to do. Yes, it is. We'll do that for now. Where is... I think so far today we have made very good progress. I definitely do want to try and get this coal power plant as close to fully operational as possible. Although I don't necessarily want to turn it all on in this stream, because I'll be saving that for the video. But pipe logistic wise, I think we're done, right? Yes? I think so. You guys are all on, right? Yep. You have got a pretty bad flow rate. I'll check on that in just a moment. Or is it this one? Oh, you're doing terrible. Why are you doing so bad? Everything else here is doing pretty good, then you're almost at nothing. Yeah, there's definitely something that's gone wrong here with this pipe. Maybe I didn't connect... Oh, that could be it. I'm supposed to be having 2 water extractors per pipe, so maybe I didn't connect the second one. That's always a possibility. You guys should have nothing. Oh, wait, you actually do have something in there. Okay. Let's just double check there with that. But yeah, thank you by the way to everyone who's tuning into this stream. This has been my most watched live stream in a good few months, so I do appreciate everyone tuning in, both on YouTube and over on Twitch as well. That was a fantastic jump. So thank you very much, everyone. Right, so it was you, I believe, wasn't it? Yeah? Well, now it seems fine. I still want to try and double check though anyway. I don't accept that it's just suddenly okay now. Although it seems to be. Right. I'm also slightly concerned here about the actual elevation as well of these pipes. I might again have to try and add in some pipeline pumps down here. Because when we have our water extractor placed down, if I go into production, so I am given 10 meters of head lift. I believe from the actual water extractor itself to the top of the foundation is about 1 meter. We've got 9 meters left. Which is up to there. So we get pretty close to that limit. And I feel like this could be a decent location again for another one of these pumps. Let's go 1. I can't place you guys there, unfortunately. You guys should be fine. Come on, yes. And I can remove that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Grande. I wonder what other big games have been announced this year. I'm sure there's been a few. And I know I was just saying that the Horizon franchise is one of my favorite franchises ever. But at the same time though, I actually hope that they don't make another one. Because the first game was completely fine. Granted, there was definitely room for a second game. However, I don't... Oh, I think they are going to make a third game. I'm not talking about the VR game, that doesn't count. And the reason why I think there'll be a third game is because, a bit of a spoiler, I mean the game's been out now for years, Forbidden West. At the very end of Forbidden West, Aloy, who I think also is in love with someone else from the tribe that she met, wants to go over to where that tribe is from. And I think they were saying, because the game I believe is set in Los Angeles, I think, and they were saying that they traveled east, which means that they're from the west. And one would say that the tribe that she met did have more Asian features, let's just say. So I think if there was going to be a third game, it would be a Horizon game set most likely in Japan. And again, I don't mind games set in Japan, but I feel like there's so many of them. Yes, okay, we understand, like, Japan's a cool country, very cool. But not every single game ever made has to be set in Japan. And even so, I hope they don't mess it up either. Let's see. I wonder what country has had the most amount of games set in it. Like, obviously, Egypt's got tons because of the Egyptians, like the Total War games. A couple of the Assassin's Creed games, I believe, as well. Tons of games are set in Egypt. Tons of games are set in Japan as well. A few are set in Britain. To be fair, quite a lot actually are. Especially Ubisoft games. I feel like Ubisoft, like, hates Britain. Well, obviously. Because in quite a lot of their games, it's either set in Britain where you kill British people, or it's set in a place that isn't Britain where you gotta try and kill British people. So it's like, Ubisoft, what are you doing? I don't know. I suppose a game that I might want to play is Watch Dogs 4. If that ever gets announced, I'm playing it. I'm sorry, I'm playing it. Like, there's a few games that I will play. Even if it does well on the channel, I'll do at least 1 or 2 streams talking about it or making a video about it, and Watch Dogs is one of those games. Same with the Horizon game as well. If there is ever a third one. The most played MMO in Korea and Japan is Lost Ark. Lost Ark? I don't know if I've heard of that one. I'm not like a very big MMO fan. I think they all just look the exact same, even though of course a lot of them aren't. But they are very popular though. Okay, I'm not going to focus too much about these water pipes outside of here now, because I can do this off camera and that's completely fine. What I do want to try and do though is make sure that you guys are connected to a source of power, which should be fairly simple. There we go, great. This looks like such a mess. Oh well, it does exactly what I need it to do. And considering they turned on, I'm guessing that we actually needed them, so that's quite good. Anyway, time to record some things for a video. First, let's go into options, audio, turn off music just for a little bit. That's all good, Glitch. Have a nice rest of your day. Thank you very much for tuning in. There we go. I'm very quickly going to record something for a video. I'm not going to end the stream, obviously, but yeah. And just like that, all of our pipe logistic work has now been complete. It's time to move on to the more complex parts of the factory. There you go, done. 15 seconds. We just spent the last 2 hours for a 15-second clip. Woo! Oh, dearie me, but let's just double check everything's fine. Yeah, everything's grand. That's fantastic. Essentially, the more complex thing that I was just talking about there was the call. And the reason as to why it's complex is because I don't actually know where the call's going to be coming in from, or where it's going to go. Maybe it came from Cotton Eye Joe. Sorry, I think I've made that reference a good 30 times so far in my streams, but oh well. I like this path up here. It serves no purpose. Like, this is useless. But it breaks the factory down a little bit. It adds like an extra third floor. You've got one floor over there, a second floor over here, then a third one over there. So it's like different elevations, which I think complement each other quite nicely. Regardless, let's try and get over here. Haven't worked on that. Wait, have I? There should be nothing here. There isn't any. Okay, they're good. Why are you there? Right, so a bunch of the coal... This is so loud. I apologize if your ears are bleeding as well. So we've got a bunch of coal over here. That's completely fine. We should have some splitters down there as well. You guys didn't see that. Okay, we do. The problem is, I don't actually know how much coal I've got going into here. Let's try and do the workings out. There should be 300 coal in total coming up from that little spot down below there, which is being collected from over here. We've got a bunch of different nodes. In fact, you can probably see if I just stand here, right? There you go. That's where all the coal is coming in from. I believe I showed this in the last episode, so if you guys want to see that, then feel free to go watch it back. And each one of these lines has got 300 coal each. both being operated on a Mark II miner at 250% efficiency to give us as much coal as possible, which is great. However, how much are you using? 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. 20, I think it is. How have I done this? Because the way that I did this at the time felt really smart. I don't... Wait. It's a bit quieter over here. 300 divided by 40. That's 7.5. Okay. So the 8th one... So essentially one of these conveyor belts has to go into 7.5 of these blueprints. So you've got to go into 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we can split this coal node down over there, and you've got to go into 2 more conveyor belts, or 6 more coal generators. Makes sense. I don't have the items. There we go. So let's go get the items. In fact, I've probably got to do a very quick cinematic shot of our coal just to explain what we're going to try and do next. There we go, we'll go into decoupled mode, we'll glitch up through there. Oh dear. Luckily it's not laggy, ha ha ha. Nice. That is because it's now time to deal with our coal logistics, and all of this will be conducted over on a Twitch and YouTube livestream. So make sure you guys are following Twitch just in case you want to see the behind the scenes of all these videos. There we go. No, I didn't press start record. I hate screw it. That's my fault. I'm not going to do it again. Oh dear. So yeah, you two are fine. That's all good. We've then got a couple of 480 nodes, I believe. Yeah, we've got 3 480 nodes. Can I get underneath here? I mean, I can, but that just won't go anywhere. So, boink. I'm not sure how long today's stream is going to be, by the way. Already been live for about 2 hours. I'm going to try and get to about 2.5. Because the thing is, whenever I don't do a stream for a while, then I come back, my voice just dies. It really does. So, we'll see how long we can go. Still got a lot more to try and do, though, so let's just keep going. Right? Have a bit of fun. Yeah, we'll get all of that. We actually need a lot more iron plates down over here. Yeah, screw it. So where was I just then? It was above us, wasn't it? Yeah, that's a good place. Lovely. Yeah, going back to the MMO games, I don't mind them. Like, personally, I don't play them, but I can definitely see why people do. Right? I can absolutely see why people do play them. I never really got into it, though. It's really weird. I've tried a couple. I suppose the one that I try to enjoy the most, I would say, is... Oh, what's it called? The Skyrim Elder Scrolls? Is that what it is? Elder Scrolls Online? I didn't mind that game. But the other ones, I don't know. I didn't get into it. There we go. We can get rid of that. So what we've just selected will go into exactly 2 of these blueprints. 1, 2. So you can then come round here. Lovely. And I suppose, yeah, you can come down to round about there. You shouldn't be in the way. Oh. Okay, you might be in the way, so I'll curve you a little bit. Perfect. Where is our conveyor lift? There it is. You've now got to go underneath her. Great. So select you. Bring you around to there. Very nice. We've now got 2 more of these conveyor belts. And again, they're both 300 each. One of which can honestly just, like, curve around here. There's no point sending it all the way down over there, then bringing it down there. It's just a waste of conveyor belts. So I'll have you come round this direction. For now, we might change it a bit later on, but for now I'm happy with that decision. I feel like it makes at least 1 brain cell's worth of sense, which for me is an achievement. So yeah, we'll keep that one there. Now for you though, right, I would love if you can go up there. Let's make it work then, shall we? Up there we go. We've still got a lot more work to do regarding, like, what I like to call beautification. Making the inside of this part, like, look not completely terrible, essentially. So we've got a long ways to go. That's all good. So, 7.5, we'll go back 8? Yeah, no, we'll go back 8. That should be fun. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back! I forgot about this. I don't know how I forgot about it when it's like the biggest thing in the middle of my factory. But essentially, if you guys don't know what this is, it's a geyser. You can place down a geothermal generator on top of it, and it generates power. I've left a gap here to make it like a... Oh, I don't know, like a nice thing to look at. Which right now, the only thing that's using it is the beam. Right, so this is 5. That's not a problem. I don't know why I'm making it sound like I've just witnessed a war crime. This is not a problem at all. So what we're going to try and do is get you and have you go, oh, that's actually perfect. Wow. Oh, that's actually fantastic. No way. I also didn't realize how far this was actually going to take us. So not only have you got to go, but so do you. I know there's like a mini debate about geothermal generators in Satisfactory. Some people say that they're amazing. Some people say that they are an absolute waste of time. Personally, I recommend them. If I'm completely honest, I do recommend them. Because the thing is, when you place down one, it's not really worth it. Especially when it's an impure node, it only gives you like 150 megawatts worth of power, which is better than nothing. Which is my very first argument for its defense. It's better than nothing. But by the time that you've placed them all down, which might take you a couple hours to do, granted, yes. But you've got about a maximum at least, of 10,000 megawatts worth of power, I believe. For free. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't consume resources. You've got to place down the geothermal generator. But it's not like you have to continuously keep filling it with oil or crude oil or coal or whatever. You just leave it. Just let it do its thing. I think it's worth it, personally. Especially when you can get like a good little cluster of them as well. That's great. Let's have a nice little splitter here. There we go. So all of this coal will now be fed into 5 of our blueprints. it now needs to go into another 2.5. And what we're going to try and do is bring this along here as well. And then the remainders, like for example the 0.5, can then combine with the 0.5 from here to then form 1. So rather than like half a blueprint, okay, this is difficult to explain. But essentially I can't do half a blueprint worth of items. But I can combine one half and another half to form one full blueprint. I promise it will make sense. Actually, I can't... No, I won't promise it, because it might not make sense to everyone. It makes sense to me. I think. Maybe. There you go. So 2.5. 1, 2, and you'll be the half. So, how am I going to do this? There we go. Welcome, Say. Hope that you're doing good. I haven't got a Discord, but thank you for the compliments. So, feels like we need a merger. Yeah, like that. Although, should you be the merger? Let's see, because again, you've got to go into 2.5. I think what I might do is rotate you guys around, actually. Which might make things a little bit more complicated. But overall, it'll make things easier. There we go. And select that. Rotate that around as well. No. So rather than our conveyor belts coming in through the left to right, it's now coming right to left. And then what would happen is that the very final half will come over here, which will then combine with a half from over there to then go into this. Yeah, okay. That definitely makes more sense. I'm happy with that. Nope. There we go. It's lined up perfectly. I think this is lined up as well. At least I would hope so. Nope. Sound. So we've got a 60 coming from over there, and a 60 coming from over there. And I believe that should be all of our logistic work for this now done. Or for this conveyor belt line at least. So we've got a little bit more work to do from up there. Unfortunately, this time it does glitch into the pipe. Can I bring it forwards a little bit more? Because literally, like, anything that's further than that would be better than what we currently got. No. Oh. Yeah, we can definitely bring that forwards. Absolutely. That should be a good place. Lovely. And that's the remainders there from that line. Indeed it is, and you've already filled up that one. Great. So now let's move over to our next line. So for this one, we're only going to be consuming 1.5. Let's move you out the way. Nope. Yeah, 1.5 out of the 7.5. It can go into. Oh, it still goes through. No. I suppose I want you to be coming in from up... Oh, look at that dead snap. Pretend you don't see it. Close your eyes and imagine it's not there. If it's a problem I can fix, I fix it. But when it comes to Z-snapping a lot of the time, it's just... There's not really a lot I could personally do about it. Which is actually quite annoying. Oh well. I will get over it. Just about. Okay, so I want to come down here again. We're also going to need a splitter, aren't we? It can go along this side, but I'd rather it didn't. So if not, then where is it going to go? I suppose it has to. Comes out of there, travels around here, then it goes up through that one. That makes my life nice and simple, so I think we should do it. We'll then select, again, our splitter here. I'd rather... Okay, this is like me being a bit nitpicky now. At the same time, if I don't do it, I'll be upset with myself. Are you lined up? Yes, you are lined up now. Oh. Let's get some music back as well. There we go. Music will start playing eventually. Not quite sure when. Yeah, you can stay like that. That's okay. You don't interact, do you? No, you don't. Okay, good. That's now 1.5 gone. So you can now go into exactly 6 blueprints. And where should we bring you up to? I can hear our coal generators turning on. Oh, look at all that green. That's beautiful to see. There might be a couple red lights here and there on this side. Of course, this is all red. We haven't got anything being fed into there just yet. There might be a couple red lights here eventually, but as of right now, all I see is green. It's so nice when you see a factory working. It really, really is. I would say it's like easily one of the best feelings about this game. When you build something and then you just see it work, it really is good. And not just work, but work well. At least I think it's working, right? Did I do this next bit? You know, I did. Just making sure, because the last thing I want to do is think that I've connected it. Whilst in reality, I've messed it up. Not like me to mess things up. Was? No. What? No. These are lies. These are false allegations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So there's only actually 4 blueprints on this side. So what we're going to do is feed this into here, add yet another splitter, and have the last 2 remaining nodes just go round over there. Seems a bit good. Which is rare for me. Oh, come on. Positivity. I'm positively sure this is rare for me. In fact, why are we messing around with splitters? All I've got to do is just continue this line underneath here, then just around there. There's no point even getting any splitters involved. It's completely fine. There we go. Welcome, Conrad. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. You're experimenting with sushi belts going up a factory building. Each floor pulls out what it needs and sends the rest, plus overflow up to the next floor. Sinks are on the top floor, but unused. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. As you say, those sushi belts, they are a nice visual way of showing things as well. Because when you actually look at the building from the outside, you can see, oh, look at that conveyor belt and that conveyor belt. Like, you actually see a bit of factory movement. And that's one thing that I definitely want to try and do in this playthrough as well. Because it's well and good having a factory look nice, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, being able to visually see from the outside that your factory is working and that it looks quite nice is a fantastic feeling. So why are you facing that way? It'll be like that. Yeah, hopefully the sushi belts are going good. Welcome again to the stream. Why do I keep pressing 8? There we go, it's 5. And you're not... Wait, no, you are straight. So why are you being weird? Hello? Sure. I won't even question it, but okay. I won't judge, but I'm judging internally. Make sure you guys are all connected. That's good. It's very good. I'm not done yet with this floor though, because I haven't connected any of these wires together. Well, I have, just not like properly. We'll definitely try and do this after I finish this layer here. So what I'm going to try and do now is... Wait. No, you were fine. How did I mess this up so bad? Oh. I know why. Okay, I do need a splitter. So what I'm going to try and do then... No. No. There we go. So that's where it's coming in from. So what I'm going to do... This might make things a bit overcomplicated. But you know what? Honestly, I don't mind. What you are going to do... is come around here, and then you're going to try and just go as far wide, not as far wide as we can, but like a decent width there. You're going to come here as well. Let me just think. Let me think. Okay, yep. Then you are going to connect with this. One more. Then you're going to end there. What phase am I on? As of right now, we are on phase 2, I believe. We've unlocked cold power and some other things like that as well. Welcome lizard mods, by the way. We've got blueprints, we've got a bunch of these things here as well. But yeah, as of right now, I believe we've definitely finished at least one phase of the space elevator. I could finish the second phase, but I'm not going to rush it. This series does involve 0 rushing. I'd rather take my time and perfect what I'm doing. Or attempt to perfect what I'm doing is the better way of phrasing that. There's no gap there. Cool. In theory, I could start my oil power plants. I don't really want to. I'm not too fussed about that just yet. Because the plan always was to do a big cold power plant, and that's what I'm working on. Okay. You gotta come a bit further back. If I can. I definitely can. I know what I can do. So here what I'm going to end up doing is removing that. Bringing you back to over here. Wink. Lower you down. There we go. Why was that so complicated? I generally do love overcomplicating things. I really do. A few sushi headaches, and I was shaking, or shaking, damn, I was sinking too many parts, using any undefined and an overflow bypassing, or bypass really cleaned it up. Yeah, that definitely does help. Like, a bypass does help. Absolutely. Sometimes you will find that you accidentally do sink too many items. Sometimes what I try and do is I'll get something like 2 of these industrial storage containers, but then I make sure that I place I place both of them on top of each other, and the one at the very top is fully filled up with items before I sink everything else. So an item comes into here, there will be a conveyor belt that then goes over here to the awesome sink, but then the top one of these outputs goes straight into the storage area above. So no matter what, I'm also storing items that I need. And items that I don't need will then get sunk, because eventually when that fills up, when the top one fills up, everything then just goes to get sunk. The sushi boats are fine as well. Now I can do this, good. That's the one I was looking for. Can I connect that? Oh, I mean, if I... That's annoying. Sure. We'll do that. And as that's filling up right there, let's make sure that all of these coal generators are actually connected with each other. Because they're all producing power, but they're not producing power for me. Because I haven't connected any of them with each other. Why are you red? There we go. No water. What? Well, that's fine, Dr. Cranium. Don't worry about it. It's all good. You're fine. But you're all completely fine. We've all got tons of water coming in, so what's your problem then? Ah, see? These very small issues. Very, very small issues can cause a big issue. That is quite literally the Are you joking me? That is quite literally the sentence I said right before starting my stream, because I was recording a clip for a video. And I said something along the lines of, small problems can also be the cause of the biggest... No, small issues can cause the biggest problems. Something like that. And there you go. That's a fantastic example of a small problem causing a big issue. Or the other way around, I don't know, but you get what I mean. It's bad. Yeah, everything here is ground though. I don't see much of a concern now anymore. Everything green. That's all connected now. Fantastic. I just flew into glass. No one saw that. Nobody saw that. If you did, erase it from your memory. It never happened. Nope, fake news. Fantastic. That's now an extra couple rows of power connected. And how did I actually, like, how did I actually do this next part? I didn't, is the answer. So, the core power comes down from the... No. Where does it go? It comes straight down there. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's not a problem. And you will just come down to around about here. Get rid of that for a minute. And connect you here. Now we've covered that up and do the exact same thing for this one over here as well. It seems really simple. That's actually not a bad way of doing it. Well done, past me. You're able to do something that wasn't completely dumb. Except, okay, I can very clearly see you there. So I'm going to bring you down. There. There we go. Please. Do that. And that. We'll very quickly check in a minute how our power grid's looking, but I assume it's going to be looking, like, rather good. If not, then I've clearly made a mistake somewhere. I've got to try and find it. But no, I think we are looking fairly decent. Without jinxing myself. Maybe. Sam Fluctuator Factory, how's that going? Is that a difficult factory to do? Because I have built some fluctuators before, but it was on quite a small scale. So I wonder if it's like intense or if it's relatively simple. I can't imagine it's that difficult. Was it what? It consumes like what? Wire, steel pipes? Again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but wire, steel pipes, and reanimated SAM. Steel pipes you should be making by that stage if you have a steel factory. Wire you should be making. And reanimated SAM, of course you have to get SAM for that, but I can't imagine that's too difficult to do. I mean, sometimes getting the node for it can be annoying. Some of them are in caves, and you have to get like miles worth of conveyor belts just to actually try and get to the SAM. Then crafting the reanimated SAM is very simple to do. The only downside I can think of with reanimated SAM is the cost. I believe for every one reanimated SAM, it costs you 4 SAM. So that's quite steep in regards of cost. However, other than that, I feel like it's actually pretty decent. Okay, here's the moment of truth. It's fluctuating. That's not good. We want it to be one straight line. I don't know why it's doing that. I assume it's because we don't have enough coal going in just yet. That will change though eventually. Like, if I was to leave this game running for about half hour, it will be completely fine. Less than that, maybe like 10-15 minutes if I'm honest. Let's double check. I don't just want to assume that's the reason. Let's not make assumptions here. Let's guarantee that this is the problem here. Tons of red lights over here. Not enough fuel. Now, I think that actually might not be because of what I just stated. Are you guys actually connected? No. Okay. That's a pretty big problem, but this wouldn't be the main source of concern, though. Still good that I was able to find that, though. Where are the other red lights? Because there should be more red lights here. Otherwise, it's not correlating with our power grid. I don't see any. I don't see a single red light over here. That's amazing. I think, how many more of these blueprints was our coal line able to deal with? How many is it going into? 4. So 2 more. Yep, 2 more. Okay. So somewhere like this. Make sure that you are connected underneath here. Lovely. And where's our coal? Oh dear, this is actually quite chaotic down here, isn't it? Again, I do love a good, complicated, complex-looking logistics floor. There's just something about it that just looks so good. In fact, you know what? Screw that. I'm not going to actually have that there. I'm going to have you come around to here. There we go. This could be better for us here. Not quite sure yet. So, 1, don't need that. 2. I believe it was 2, wasn't it? Because there was 4 behind us. Plus the 1.5 from earlier. That's 5.5. Plus 2, that's 7.5. Each node helps us with 7.5. So there we go. You can then go. Bring you round about to that. And cut you down over here as well. Yes. It's a small scale, but it's complicated by the fact that you decided to slap it into the small mega factory. Oh, nice. That also needs pipes. Oh, right. Yeah, so liquid logistics. The downfall of all of my factories, pretty much. The hardest part, as I didn't tell, it's going to be vertical. Ooh, a vertical factory. So it sounds like it will be quite complex, but at the same time, it could also be a really fun build as well, so good luck with that, man. That could end up looking beautiful. I'm sure it will do. I'm sure it will. Okay, I've got about 147 coal just on me, so I might just add it into one of these. Oh, okay. Oh, you're joking me. Yeah, that's all looking good. We've managed to gain a good amount of megawatts from this now, but this should be one steady line. So now what's the problem? Because there must be there's always a problem. But I couldn't see one before. Everything's green there. Everything also appears... Oh, no. Oh, dear. What's wrong now? Coal. Why is coal a problem for you? Yeah. It shouldn't be, because that's on 100, so this should not be, like, flopping around like that. Oh, because you're technically the very end, right. So what's going to end up happening here then is you guys are all going to fill up first. So you're on 100, you're on 100, you're only on 10. So when you get to 100, the next one will then be on 100, right? Although it doesn't seem like that, does it? Because you're not going up. Come on, get to 11. I need it to get to 11. There we go. Okay. It just about got to 11 there. Which means it is filling up very, very, very slowly. But it is filling up. This means that our maths isn't wrong. Which is great. Because obviously if it wasn't going to fill up, that means that yes, our maths was wrong. I haven't calculated it properly, but I think we are going to be okay. If I want to try and speed up the process, I can try and get a bit of coal and just chuck it into here. That's fine. Wait, why are some of you yellow and some of you are green? Oh, right, so yellow means that there is coal in there, but it's not actually going just yet. Fair enough. So let me just go back to my starter factory. let's just try and grab any coal that I've got lying around. And then just feed it into our coal generators. That way we can have like a nice steady amount of power. I mean, again, if I was to leave the game running for about 20 minutes, it will all be fine anyway. Actually, I can't go up that. Oh well. Now, where would I actually keep my coal? 0. Damn. There's nowhere else I'd keep it. No. Right, something else that I could do is just manually collect it. So I've got a couple of nodes that are over towards our coal factory or power plants that currently aren't doing anything. They're just stationary there until I actually really connect them, which as of right now I haven't done. But I'll be doing eventually. So I could just very quickly place down like an industrial storage container and just see where time takes us with that. That could be a good idea. Oh, that was close. I don't think I'll be hunting for power slugs anytime soon. Maybe towards the very end of the week. Because these next few episodes, they are going to be quite intense, especially, like, considering we've still got a lot of logistic work left to do. When it comes to our coal, it's not going to be that difficult. Connecting our power stuff, not that bad either. That will probably take me to the end of the day to do. But the problem is, I think I've spent maybe 6, potentially even 7 hours recording the next episode, and I've only got about 2.5 minutes worth of gameplay footage, which is a bit of a concern because obviously I want my videos to be at least 20 minutes long, but at the rate that I'm going, I can't physically make a 20-minute long video for the next episode. So I might try and chuck in something there which might consume some of the time, but most importantly, I want it to be engaging and fun as well, right? I could do like a 15-minute session of me doing the YMCA, but that isn't really what people are watching for. So I don't just want to like fill it with random rubbish. I want to make it a bit of content, but I just don't know what to put in there as of right now. Actually, well, the thing is I've got a plan. No, I do know what I'm going to do. But it's going to take a while as well. Oh well. It'll be fun. Regardless, it will be fun. Oh, yep, the coal generators are definitely turned on. Welcome, Bunny. Hope that you're doing good. Why have the devs put so many bean creatures? I should have probably been watching where I was going there. I don't know, but there's too many of them. I don't mind the occasional bean, but especially in the area that I'm in, there's like 5 of them that spawn in. I'll be building something, then there'll be a bean that gets in the way, and the only way to get it out of my way is by like hitting it or exploding it. I don't necessarily want to continuously keep doing. So I wish I had a better answer to your question other than I don't know, but I don't know. If it does get to the stage where there are generally too many, you can always just leave a complaint, constructive criticism over on their Q&A site, because I don't have the answer to that, unfortunately. I don't know if there is some sort of like tactical reason as to why there's so many beans, but there's a lot. We got the first one done. Welcome to Sour, hope that you're doing good. Yeah, that is true. I mean, logistics are a very big part of this game. There are definitely other things you can do to occupy your time. But I feel like if you're playing a factory game that's about a factory, and you don't enjoy the factory element of the factory game, then I mean, you can still enjoy the game, obviously, but it'll be a bit more difficult to. Like, personally, I love the logistic elements. My only problem is with the pipes. Pipe logistics, for me personally, is something I do struggle with quite a lot. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to pipes. I really don't. I feel like I've calculated everything perfectly. I've got all the overflow systems in place, everything's fine. And then before I know it, I'm only producing 80% of what I could have been making. Sometimes lower. Which is weird for me, because normally I'm not that bad when it comes to efficiency. Like, especially when it comes to, like, solid logistics, like iron, for example, or whatnot. Normally not too bad, but no, liquid logistics, I can't do it. Okay, there is still a bit inconsistent. It will fill up eventually. Wait, why are you struggling? What? Wait, you run out of fuel? How have you run out of fuel? What? How the heck have you done that? Am I not making enough coal? Maybe this... Oh, there's some coal. Damn. Let me see. Maybe I've made like a bit of an oopsie here. First of all, I know that says 600. I obviously can't physically get 600 out of that. I'd rather have these in place just in case I want to use it eventually. That's good though. So I think we've got a problem here. We have a problem. Houston, send help to my immediate location. But I'm hoping the problem's going to be quite a simple fix. And it'll be a very simple problem of I didn't put the power shards in the coal extractors. If that isn't the problem, we're in trouble. Because it means that mathematically something's gone awfully wrong. Which means that logistically something has gone awfully wrong. No, I can see there's 480 coming out of all of this, I think. That's on 300. No, there's something's gone wrong here. That's not good. Damn. So what's the problem then? We've got 300 coal. And then each one of our blueprints takes 40. So that's 7.5 blueprints that one node can go into. I will double check since I'm here. Okay, let's try and find the solution of this problem. Because the thing is, I've probably encountered 1,000 different problems. Both either problems I've made myself or problems that have come from bugs, for example. And we've managed to find the fix to all of them. Is it boat speed? That could be a problem. Maybe there's like a Mark 3 somewhere. These guys are all Mark 4. Let's see. Welcome, Conrad. Hope that you're doing good, man. Welcome to the stream. And thank you again to everyone who is watching, and welcome to the 2 new subscribers as well. In case you guys are new to the channel, I post Satisfactory content at least 3 or 4 times a week. We do streams, we do videos, tips and tricks, guides, tutorials, all sorts. So if you guys like Satisfactory, you don't have to, but you can always subscribe if you so wish. As mentioned, that is entirely up to you. They're all Mark 4s. That was complicated. I don't like how they're glitching through each other. There we go. I mean, this is definitely 300 per minute. Yep, still 300. So that's not a problem. It's just really weird. How peculiar. And again, testing you lot, you're completely fine, but then you haven't got enough. Right. Well, let's just try and iron out the crease in this first row of coal generators, then we'll move on to the second. So, you're the one with too much. So what I'm actually going to do here is this. Turn on my torch. Upgrade this. There we go. We've now got quite a lot coming down over here. Fantastic. There. It's all gone by the time it gets to here. Now there's a bit more, so that should hopefully work now. I'll keep that running for a few minutes, and I'm going to guess within 2 minutes, everything here should remain green. In fact, has that already fixed the problem? Maybe. Maybe that's already fixed it. The first row is now done. Let's move over to the second and third row. It's here. I don't see any yellow, and I don't see any red either. So everything here appears to be fixed. We'll now move over to this part. You. I'm still fluctuating by quite a bit. It's not enough cord. Okay, how's the left side looking? Okay, you're still experiencing problems. That is weird. The problem that you're having is that there's not enough coal going into here. Let's just double check that you're definitely going into the right amount of generators here. That does look like 300 per minute. Some of you then split over here. You then come up in this direction. We've got 40, 80. And you guys just both combined to go over here. That's 100. Which means that 200 coal must be going over in this direction. 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. So mathematically that's perfect. There shouldn't be a problem with that then. But clearly, as we can see, there is. You've got nothing, but you've got 31. Okay, let's do the exact same test that we did before. Right now we were on 32 as a peak. Let's wait for this to turn to 33. If it doesn't turn to 33, then there's a problem. If it does turn to 33, there isn't a problem. I'm just going to try and wait. Boom. Fine. Yep. Happy. Now, if I was to fill all you three up to 100, that should then eliminate any problems from here, right? 100. We're still on 100. We're still on 100. Yeah, look at that. A little flat bit right there. Compare that to what we had before. That was non-existent. Now that is most certainly existent. Any more problems on this row? Yes, you lot. So let's just go collect a bunch of coal. Essentially just fill everything up. We should be fine. Well, there was a yellow there just for a second. Got the same problem. I feel like this tactic that we're currently dealing with, it might not seem like a long-term solution. And I suppose the only way to actually properly test that is by leaving it for a long amount of time, then seeing if it's going to work. But I don't see a reason as to why it won't work. Because as I keep saying, mathematically, everything that I've done is going into each other by the exact amount that it needs to be. Not one bit of core over, not one little bit of core less. I don't see why this would be a continued problem here. You should all be on 100. I'm not too concerned about that. I will check these last couple though. Grand. Fantastic. There we go. You should be on 100, yet you are on 100. You guys should all be completely fine. So where's the row that I just filled? It was... you guys? You're still on 100 coal. Oh, wait a minute. You're now going down. How are you going down? There must be a problem somewhere then. Because the thing is, this is what it should look like. 6,000 megawatts exactly. Good. Okay, see, now you look fine. So what was going on before then? Hmm. 99, 100. Okay, just as long as it remains at 100. How are you going down so quickly? 13.33. 13.33 times by 3. It's less than 40. So I was right with that then. 40 times by 7.5. It's 300. I don't know. I really do not know. What else could I be doing differently here? You can see that we have got some excess stuff over here. That's fine though. That's going to run out of coal, isn't it? That's on 94, that's fine. Yep. So are you. So we are not getting enough coal over here. Is the short and simple answer here. So why isn't there enough coal coming over here? Because the maths isn't wrong. You go up there. And the rest comes over here. That's definitely 300 per minute as well. It looks like 300. Good. So I can still place that wall down. That's good. So right, so you're going to go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueprints. You go into 5. Which means on the other side, it must go into 2.5. If it's more than 2.5, that's the problem. We've got too much coal going into these power plants. 1, 2.5. Now I'm confused. And again, I'm confused because I don't know what's... What's occurred? The only possible thing I can now think of is that we have got a Mark III belt somewhere. And that we are getting 270 coal per minute up here rather than 300. That would then explain why we're not getting enough coal. Let's just try and figure that out. I don't see where that would even be. No, it's not there. Oh, these lifts are fine. If the lifts are fine, everything here should be fine. I believe that there is actually a way that I can try to unlock the throughput monitors, which then shows us exactly how much coal I've got coming through. If I'm able to do that, place it at a few different chunks throughout the belt itself, it should then show me where I'm not able to get all of the coal that I'm trying to receive. Wait. Is there a gap there? The new passenger elevators are like electric rails. They help bring electric... Yeah, they can definitely do that. Absolutely. And the good thing about it is that it makes it look like a flawless transition between like the... trying to connect the power between two different floors. That's something that I do sometimes struggle with. Don't stop, keep going. Keep going. Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or games, unlimited games but no games? I would probably go for the unlimited games of bacon package, with the bacon package bacon gaming. Just for like, you know, diplomatic reasons. As I'm sure you'll understand. We're just eating everything up here, aren't we? Everything here is 300. So what is the problem? I don't know. I really don't know what the problem is. Should we try to unlock those throughput monitors? It's so weird. Think about it like you're trying to bake a cake, okay? And the cake's got 5 different layers to it. First of all, holy moly, slow down on the cake. Second of all, you make all the ingredients. You do everything that the recipe says. But then, by the time you get the cake, it's only got 4 layers in it. But you've got all the ingredients to make it 5 layers. So what's happened to that final layer? That's essentially what we're trying to solve now. A bit of detective time, I suppose, but... I don't know. Normally, like, when I find a problem, it's pretty simple to solve. I know what to do. I've done it before. But for this... the only solution I've got, the only possible like analysis to this problem is that I've got a Mark III conveyor belt somewhere. That's giving me 270 rather than 300 all per minute. That is the only thing. Also, by the way, is that 146 coupons? Damn. When did I get that? Oh. I can't even afford... Okay, wait. Damn, man. I'm still gonna get it, because I might have some crystal oscillators lying around.
Humans have long practiced delegating work that strains and tires them to machines. It is their best achievement. Simple counting and short-term memory are often among such challenges, which the conveyor throughput monitor is specialized in. Simply add it to any belt, and it will tell you its throughput after only 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute. That's fine. So what I'm going to try and do is head back to our factory, or power plant even. Place maybe like 3 or 4 of these across this one conveyor belt. And try and find the exact location it dips from 300 down to 270. If you have lifts going through the floor holes, check both sides as they could be mismatched. I have done that before. I thought the floor holes were fixed though. And I thought the problem was with liquids, not with solids. It might be solids as well, I'm not quite sure. I wouldn't be like massively surprised, but fingers crossed it's not a bug. Because that's annoying. Like if it's like my fault, I'm completely fine with that. If me as the player has made a mistake because of my miscalculations, which as far as I'm aware, I haven't miscalculated anything. But if I did, I'm fine with that because it's my fault. But when it's a bug, suddenly it feels like there's not really much more you could have done, yet you still get screwed over in a way. But let's see. Welcome, Awil, by the way. Hope that you're doing good. Liquid biofuel is pure ethanol. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Because you're getting the biofuel, but you're not really, actually you are sort of burning it. You're burning it with the water, so it's more like a gas, isn't it? You can't really power, I don't know. A Mark IV lift on one side of the floor hole and a Mark III lift. Oh, that could be the problem as well, Ronnie. Could be right there. That's definitely something I would do, isn't it? Yeah, that's something I would definitely do. Yeah, we'll definitely try and plop down a few of these and try and find the culprit. So within 2 minutes, we should have the answer as to what exactly has gone wrong. It's crazy such a minor thing can cause such a massive problem. As I keep saying. Right. Get the torch on because it's rather dark in here. That's what you said? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, I do realize I should have probably gone around the other side, but that's fine. There we are. So, check number 1. Nice. No one saw that. No one saw that. What even are these things? I suppose organization. Oh no, logistics would make more sense. So everything shows 300. Let's just wait for it to calibrate. As we are waiting for that, I'll come round here and calibrate these lots. Do you know I shouldn't have to do that? Mark IV down there. How about here? Mark IV as well. Mark IV. I don't think there's actually anything wrong with this. Nothing here had any like visual signs of it not working. But it's still attached to the same conveyor line as where the problems are occurring, which is over here. How much do I need for this? 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. So there should be 200 coal coming up to here. I can tell you now, there's not. Right, wait, what? Oh. going insane. I'm actually... no, I'm going insane. So the result should be done now for these lot. Also, very quick side note. These conveyor throughput monitors are incredible, and I love everything about them. There you go. Fully calibrated. Everything here is 300. So that's actually I suppose that is good news. It's good because none of my logistics before this point are wrong. That is good. The thing that I'm now a bit concerned about is this. Why is this happening? I'll chuck you guys in there. You should still be 300. You should be 100, and then you should be 200. Wait for that to calibrate. We'll see what the one upstairs is saying. And it should be on 200. If you guys have got any, like, suggestions as to what you think might be the problem, feel free to comment it, by the way. What? So it's correct? How am I losing coal? Is it going into a black hole or something? Well, what? Wait, we're now on 100. Okay, that's the wrong one. Everything before here is the one that I need. Hundreds, hundreds, hundreds. Wait, it's fixed itself. But it was losing. Then it. I don't know what to say. It was losing coal. I don't know. That was very weird. That will keep fluctuating between like 201, 199, and 200. That's good news, though. That is fantastic news. Everything here now appears to be working. And if I have a very quick look at our power grid again, it seems to be completely flatlined, which normally a flatline's a bad thing, but in this case, it's fantastic. It's not fluctuating. If this was 6,000 one minute and 5,800 the next, then 6,200, then that would be a problem. But because it's just stationary on 6,000 megawatts, it tells me that everything that I've connected it to is completely fine. So, without really solving anything, we solved the problem. Oh well. That was weird. Very weird. So what, I placed that in the wrong spot. So what's next now? There we go. I suppose the next plan of action is to try and get our coal from over this side and now drag it around to our next coal generators, which is going to be somewhere around there for the first one. The next couple can just go straight, so there's no point me like, zooping it all the way around there, then dragging it back here again. That's fine. Just double check. Yep, great. Oh, welcome early pause. Hope that you're doing good, man. The view accounts. I've got no idea. I haven't really checked the view account in a while. To be honest. Oh wow, welcome everyone. Damn. I have no idea. YouTube's like, you know what? Satisfactory. That's what people need on a Monday morning, which to be fair, it's a Monday. I'm not sure where you guys live. The weather might be miserable. There's nothing better than a little bit of Satisfactory to cheer you up. There we go. So let's... Oh, I literally said, let's try and get the call from over here. What's the very first thing that I do? Run away from the call I was trying to get to. Nice. My brain cells still haven't fully recovered from the weekend. I'll let you guys know when they have. Dearie me. There we go. Honestly, I'm having one of those days today where it just feels like my brain's going blank every few seconds. Like Like, have you ever had that feeling when you walk into a room to get something, but then you forget why you've walked into that room, so then you leave the room, then you realize why you were there like 2 minutes later? Yeah. The time where I live right now, it's 3 o'clock. So it's like mid-afternoon. Normally I try and stream, well, I start my streams normally at around about this time. But today I had a bit of extra time on my hands, so I thought I'd start a bit earlier. I feel like I'll continue to do that. I don't really have like a consistent stream schedule. I stream whenever I've got the opportunity. So today I had the opportunity, so we streamed, essentially. Okay, do I want you to come through here? Yes. I suppose I do. Yeah. Have you guys actually got any call at the minute? You do? Okay, great. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, damn. So 10 a.m. That is 7-hour difference. Is that... It's not East Coast, is it? I don't think it's East Coast. Okay, we'll get rid of that. I'm back up over here. There we go. Oh, where have I gone? I have entered the back rooms. What even is this? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't need to be here. I do not need to be in there. I completely forgot I even built that. Damn. 4 p.m. Yeah, it would be 4 p.m. in, like, Central Europe now, wouldn't it? So that side's fine, but I don't think I fully completed this, though, have I? No. So I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 more... 5? Okay, 5 more blueprints left to go. Oh, it is 10 a.m. East Coast. Oh, okay. Yeah, my timings from around the world isn't very good. Unfortunately. I don't need this up. The next challenge now, we're no longer dealing with any 300 belts per minute. We're dealing with 480. So 480 divided by 40, luckily, exactly goes into 12. We've got no more like 7.5, it's just 12. Which means that one of our... Why has that come up? There we go. One conveyor belt goes into 12 blueprints. So here we've got 1 blueprint, and each blueprint's labeled by a sign, which makes life nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokie. So I think what I'm going to do is the exact same thing that I said that I wasn't going to do. I'm going to drag my 3 coal conveyor belts over to this side, so I can very easily just scoot it in wherever it has to get scooted into. That seems fairly simple. There we go. And I suppose I want you to go here? Yeah, this seems like a good idea. I don't often have good ideas, but whenever I do, I try and stick with it. Yeah, no. Almost. I want to try and have a splitter here as well. Lovely. You lined up? Fantastic. Now, I believe we're going to have quite a lot of pipes in front of us. What I could very simply do is just maneuver out the way of them. I come to a roundabout there. Then do you 3 over here. As far back as I need to. And continue you off in this direction. Great. Is that... That's the wrong way, isn't it? No, I was right. Feck. Lovely. I mean, to be fair, it still does go underneath the pipe, and I don't know if I like that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be one of those players. If it cuts through the pipe like that, I'm not going to accept it. My brain cells cannot handle such mental torture. Welcome, RTS Gamer. Hope that you're doing good, man. Welcome to the stream today. Hope you are well. Now, I'm hoping that these are going to be lining up with each other. Ah. Okay, if I bring it forwards by 1, it will then be fine, of course. Oh well. Bring you then forwards by 1 as well. Lovely. I should be live, by the way, same time tomorrow. Some more Satisfactory. I don't know exactly what I'll be building. It will most likely be a somewhat continuation of this project, but hopefully a bit more fun. Because I'm planning some more, like, practical stuff, some more buildings, some more logistics. Well, maybe not as much logistics, but we'll see. Why are you bent? I don't know why it's doing that. I don't mind a bent conveyor belt every now and then, but sometimes you just like it to line up. Some modded Satisfactory. Oh, nice. I did say that one day I do want to try some Satisfactory Plus, but I feel like I have to be in the mood for it. As of right now, I don't know. I'm enjoying just regular Satisfactory. One day. One day. No. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's facing the wrong way. Yeah. Get out of here. Lovely. That here as well. Great, okay, it definitely does line up. That's what I was just making sure there. New. We've only had 1 crash today, so I'm fairly surprised. I was expecting at least 2. But no, we've only had the 1. Just most peculiar. Speaking about things that are most peculiar, Chelsea won something, which is quite nice. I kept on seeing the memes like, oh, PSG is going to destroy Chelsea, yada yada. But no, we actually won 3-0. I say we, I don't really watch much football anymore because I haven't got the channels for it. I'm not paying like $30, whatever it is, for watching sports. Unless I'm really tempted to watch something, which as of right now, I'm not really. We'll see how things go. Yeah, Chelsea managed to win something. That was pretty cool to see. I couldn't watch it because I was driving home, but still, it was cool. And again, I couldn't watch Wimbledon because I was driving home as well. I mean, just... Is there any other big sporting thing I missed yesterday? England versus Wales. Didn't that happen? It was the women's football, though. I mean, I don't mind watching women's football. I don't like continuously being, like, shoved it down my throat. That's some mad quotes, if that's out of context. But I mean, like, you know, for women's football. I don't mind watching it. But it's constantly being advertised. I'm not that interested in it. Not because they're women, but because the quality of football is completely different. Completely different. But it's nice that they're getting the recognition for the sports. One thing I must say is that there are definitely a lot more girls that I've known, you know, in school when I was in school. And even now that I'm progressing to university, because I'm basically like middle-aged now. That's going to annoy some people. But yeah, I definitely do notice that a lot more girls are becoming interested in sports, especially football. So there are definitely like positives with the amount of attention that the you know, women's football is starting to get. But at the same time, personally, I don't care much for it. Just like how I don't really care much for like baseball, but yet I can still acknowledge that there is a huge baseball audience out there. And the funny thing is, I used to play this baseball game on my 2DS, but I never used to understand the rules. I've never watched a game of baseball in my life. I know how it works, I've seen highlights, I've seen videos of baseball, but I've never actually watched, like, a game before. Maybe one day I will. Netherlands versus France, 2-5. Oh, wow. That's a big win right there. The Netherlands is really good at football. Really good. I mean, they're good at everything. It's actually unfair. Like, there's a very short list of things that the Dutch aren't good at. And it's actually, like, just... It's incredible. A farming mod. That's interesting. So how does the farming mod actually work? Like, what can and what can't you farm? Is it, like, food? I mean, that sounds like a dumb question, but I'm trying to think, like, why would you need food? I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the mod where essentially you can make power slugs. And this is before update 1.1 where you can now in theory make power shards. But you could like essentially grow the slugs in some sort of like cage and then harvest them for power shards. I thought that was an incredible idea. A bit like Slime Rancher, just without the slime or the ranching. Slime Rancher is a fun game to watch. I've never played it. Although I was tempted the other day to get it because it was on sale. It was like $4. But I didn't get it though. I don't know why. I probably should have. Missed opportunity, I suppose. Bean, you were right there. Although saying that, one game I've really been eyeing up recently is City Skylines 2. Hey, what are you doing? Sorry, I've lost my train of thought here for a minute. What's going on here? Why is it just you that's up here? Yeah, City Skylines 2 looks like a really fun game. I definitely do want to try and get it. They've squashed quite a lot of the bugs that they had when the game first launched, which is fantastic. Okay, so... Right, I see the problem here. So you've got 480, so you have to go into 12 blueprints. But I believe there's only 5 here that we can go into. And the rest are going to go around there. I cannot speak today. 1... 2, 3, 4, 5. And are you kidding me? I'm out of encased industrial beams. But yeah, that would be the last one there. Which means that the remainder of that can then go into 7 blueprints, which is actually really good to be fair. I don't see any red lights other than a couple which aren't on, so that's fine. Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm very happy with the progress from today's stream. I really am. Thank you everyone for joining along with the ride. Hope that you guys are enjoying it so far. Whether you're at work, school, if you're at school, go back to school. Or go back to your lesson, it's more important. Whether you guys are at home or at work, thank you for tuning in. Do really appreciate it. Right, we'll get that. That should... Oh dear. I think my throat's starting to give up on me. I did say I'd be live for 2.5 hours. We've just crossed the 3-hour mark, but oh well. It is what it is. One more pitch, one more outs, one more inning before you know it, the game's over. Yeah. It seems like a really fun sport. Like, I've got nothing against baseball at all. It seems like a sport I could probably get into and actually end up really enjoying. It's just, I never watch it because I can't watch it. I haven't got the channels to watch it. One day I feel like I should make the commitment just to watch a game. game of basketball? I've never watched a game of basketball in my entire life. I've played it because I had to in school. Because I'm like literally 5'7", I didn't consider a career in basketball. Let's just say that. This is the wrong side. Yeah, it seems decent. There we go. I haven't really got that much cord on me, but that's okay. That side's completely fine there as well. Make sure you're all connected. If there was any sport that I'd probably watch the most, it would have to be either tennis or rugby. I love watching a bit of rugby and tennis, especially when it's like international things as well. I watch the Olympics, but the thing is with the Olympics is that, like, it's cool, but the majority of sports that are in the Olympics, I don't really care much about. Like archery, cool. Know nothing about it though. Running, awesome, but it gets to the stage where you've watched someone run for about an hour and you start to think, okay, I'm just watching a chap go for a run at this point. That's the main reason as to why I don't like F1. I'm about to get into like a massive F1 temper tantrum. I don't understand the hype in F1. But I know a lot of people that watch it. In fact, almost everyone I know watches it. But some people watch it just in case there's a crash. And I'm thinking, well, you're watching a sport in case someone, dies? I don't watch rugby and think, oh, I hope someone gets killed today. No, I mean, I watch rugby because I find it a very interesting sport. But watching people drive around in circles, I don't know, it's just not really my sort of thing. Okay, regardless, we are now finished completely with this row, which is fantastic. Power-wise, it is going to take a minute for it to get where it needs to be. Doesn't matter, I am clearly chatting out my backside. No, it doesn't. It's already at 7k, which is fantastic. And let's go around to the other side. Yeah, NASCAR as well. I must admit, the very first time I heard about NASCAR was from the movie Cars. That probably shows my age there a little bit. But, but I don't know, like, I feel like I could probably get into NASCAR a little bit. But I'd have to actually be there, though. Oh, those seem like every sport. Like, you could probably go to like a random sport like camel racing. If you were actually there watching it live, you could probably be like, okay, this is actually quite a fun sport to watch. But with NASCAR, if you're actually like there, if you're soaking up the atmosphere, it could be a really enjoyable day out. But would I watch it on the telly for a couple hours? I don't know. Maybe if I've got like friends over that are really into it, then there could be an argument for that, absolutely. Not into cars? Yeah, I'm not into cars at all. All that I know of F1 is that the majority of the time the fastest car wins. Pickleball. I've actually played pickleball about 3.5 weeks ago. In fact, I can tell you when it was. Actually, can I? Maybe I've got a picture. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it was roughly 3.5 weeks ago. It was fine. I didn't dislike it. Actually, I quite liked it. I'm into my tennis. I love tennis. I really love tennis. And I would say I still prefer tennis over pickleball, but I can absolutely see why people would enjoy it. Absolutely. It wasn't one of those things where it was like, how on earth could someone enjoy like watching or playing this sport? No, I got it instantly. Okay, right, how am I going to do this? I think what I'm going to do, as I keep changing my mind here, I'm going to bring you forwards a little bit. Do that. Do this, and hopefully you're going to line up. No! Oh, mamma mia. That's okay. No, straight, thank you. Although again, the same could be said with golf. Would I watch golf on the telly? Not very often, but I have gone to go see it a few times. There was an event in... Where was it? Was it the Greens in Dubai? It was like a free entry, pretty much. So there was always tons of people there, and you get to see like some fantastic players play. We went there a couple of years, and it was really good fun. It was a great day out. Lots of beer. Lots of beer. I mean, I was about, I think, 15, so I didn't have any. But if you're into your beer, there's a lot of it out there. Let's just say that. But no, that was a good day out. It really just depends what you're into. And the people you're with as well. The older I get, the more I realize that a lot of your life experiences are dependent on the people around you. You could be in the most boring situation, like school, but as long as you've got good friends around you, school can go from being a terrible experience for a lot of people to being really fun. So a lot of the time, it really just depends on the people around you. Sometimes you could be doing something really fun, but if the people around you are a bit of vibe killers, let's call them, or people that you're not necessarily clicking with, you might not enjoy it as much. That also plays a massive part in it. Okay, so let's just double check. This should be 7 blueprints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. That was fantastic. It will take some time from the core to get from that side down to this side, but give it like 10 minutes, maybe even less than that. We should be pretty much set, which is fantastic. How many hours in this save? I believe it's over 180 now, isn't it? That's the wrong button. No, 174. But considering I've only recorded 6 episodes, it's quite a lot of time just for 6 episodes. A gap there? No. Let's make sure all of these are connected. Then we will now focus on our next row. Last one. So here we've got 1 blueprint, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So there'll be 6 on this side, 6 on the other side. 1 conveyor belt goes into 12 blueprints. 1 blueprint is 3 core generators. So yeah, the maths checks out. The maths is mathing. Whatever that's supposed to mean. If you were into cars, you know how crazy racing really is. I mean, I can understand the complexity of the cars. Even though I don't really understand cars themselves, I can understand that the engineering that's gone into them is absolutely remarkable. Even everything down to the tires, let alone the aerodynamics. So I can still appreciate its beauty without understanding how the beauty functions. No, it can be a beautiful thing to witness. As I keep saying, I'm not really into my cars, but whenever I hear a car drive past, just the roar of like a V8 engine, for example, is beautiful. I compare that to the sound of like an electric car. You can't really. Of course, electric cars have their benefits as well, absolutely, for like the world. That's the most important one. Fuel, you don't have to like continuously fill up with fuel, which is again another great benefit. However, you don't just, it's not the same feeling as having like a real car. Again, those V8 engines, there's just something about hearing them. The only time I don't want to hear it is, actually, wait a minute. Okay. The only time I don't want to hear a V8 engine is at 2 AM when I'm trying to sleep. Other than that, all good. Roar your engine. Make me jealous. How is this going to look? Just thought of a new design. Yo, that actually looks terrible. Let's never do that ever again. So I want to try and get my call over here. And I believe we have got some of it coming round from this direction, but I do very quickly want to try and double check. Actually, racer car? Yeah, I got no idea about that. I've done a very little amount of go-karting and it was okay. I didn't mind it. Yeah, so both of you guys have got to come out here a little bit. Unless... Let me see here. Can I make my life a bit more easy? Rather than having to, like, dodge and weave in between all of them lots, is there a way I can just do this? Yeah, bring that up through there. So I have one conveyor belt essentially run parallel to you. And then you go over here. Yeah, that could definitely work. And have a splitter as well. So try and do as much of our conveyor belt logistics over on this part of the factory. Why are you not straight? So that way we don't continuously have to get in the way of our pipe logistics. I feel like is a relatively smart idea. Guess we'll find out. So you're going the wrong way, aren't you? Damn it, man. Oh well. So it's not you that I've got to go out with, it's this. Again, isn't straight. Why? Why is it not straight? That's good. Is it called power plant? Yes. We'll be able to produce about 14,000 megawatts, which isn't really that much, but it would do for the time being. Is it overcomplicated? Yes, of course. However, it's been really fun to make, so I don't really mind too much. Okay, right. You've got to go parallel with you. And get up to there. Lovely. It is quite a lot of coal, it is. But again, the main reason as to why I'm doing this is mostly just because I find it fun. Oh, now what's the problem? Every single one of them's reds? How? How? You not a 480? First of all, that can go. This one, that's a 480 belt, isn't it? Okay, so here's another problem. You are supposed to be 480. But clearly, you are not. Oh, right. That makes sense. It seems like we're consuming a lot more for this side than what we should be. You know what's the easiest way to find out? By doing this. We've had quite a few setbacks today. But saying that, we've currently solved every setback we've had, so that's not too bad. 5 blueprints here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 5 times 40 is 200. So there should... Wait. That's correct. No, we are correct. Okay. So the belt coming over here should say 200, and the belt going over there should say 240. As of right now, it's... Sorry, 280. Sorry, 280. Which it is. Okay. That goes into there, into 7 different blueprints, which again is what it's doing. Firstly, let's just shove you into there. Get that going a little bit. Warming up. So 280. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Let's do some brackets just for a quick second. A bit of bid mass. I know what the answer is going to be, but I just want to show you guys what we're essentially doing here. 480. So we've got one row there of 5 times 40, which is 200. That's 280. It's taking several hours just to add one floor to the building, damn. Yeah, to be fair, in Satisfactory, you can do a lot of mega projects. I think Total Eclipse made a really good video talking about like the differences, advantages and disadvantages to things like mega and what's the other one? Mega factories and modular factories, I believe it is. And there are some benefits to both. I'm definitely more of a, well, I prefer mega factories. Like just making an item here, then bringing it over there, then bringing that, combining it with another item from over here to make a third item. Rather than one factory over there, one factory over there, one factory over there, built in, get a train, get a drone. It's too much. I don't understand. Well, I'm doing both this playthrough. Just to experience it for myself. Okay, this is going up quite nicely now. Yeah, module factory, yeah. So, why are so many of you guys red? I mean, there's nothing... Oh, is it water? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is worst case scenario. Whenever I have a water problem, it often means that something has gone very badly wrong somewhere. Problem is, I don't know where that somewhere actually is just yet. Wait, what is this? Wait, what? Where? What? Ah? What have I done here? That's not... I never do things like this. Never, ever, ever do I do things like this. Why I do that? I wouldn't build that like that. That's really weird. Oh. This could be the problem, maybe. Yeah, look, there's tons of water down over here. Then it's not progressing up there. Okay. It's good that we were able to find the problem. It is good, I suppose. Yep. So let's try and fix that ASAP. But why are you two functional then, if that one isn't? Saying that the flow rate's pretty bad. Yeah. Okay, that's a problem. That's completely fine. I was a bit concerned there, because normally whenever I have a problem with pipe logistics, it normally means that it's quite a difficult problem to try and fix. But with this one, I hope that it's just going to require a few pipeline pumps. Saying that, why are you guys all red as well? This must be a cold thing, though. Yeah, okay, that's a cold thing, that's fine. Within 20 minutes, that should all be functional. That was a nice little jump there. No, that would have been so good if I didn't get stuck to the door. But I did, so oh well. Get that. I'm gonna try and make a few more copper sheets off camera. It's an item that I'm still not fully automating, and I don't know why I haven't decided just to spend 10 minutes just like automating copper sheets. And I'm literally manually collecting and making copper sheets. I don't know why. For troubleshooting the whole system, it's easier to do it like this way. I knew that my logistics wouldn't be that difficult, and they're not that difficult. All I've done is just place down a few blueprints around here. No, they're not really much of a problem. Okay, so you're also experiencing some, what I'd assume is pipe problems. Why? Okay, we'll go into that in just a minute. Nope. One more. I don't really want it to poke through the floor, so the way that I've positioned it now means that these main parts that stick out here, like the main pipe itself, or pump even, shouldn't really get in the way of anything. Yes, good. Oh. No. I can't do that. Great, so let's see how this is now going to work. Hopefully, there should be some pretty big differences. That's currently on 0. It's obviously a bit of a problem. And it doesn't seem to be going up. There we go. How about now? No? Why? It's working for this one. Why is it not working for this one then? There's a bit of water coming up there. What if I just try and, like, flush the pipe segments? This is a bit concerning, actually. Because the water's coming from here. Is there a problem with this source of water? Right. See, that's the thing about Satisfactory. There's so many side quests. You do one thing, it's going pretty good. Oh, there's a small problem. Then it turns out when you're trying to fix a small problem that you encounter another problem. When you're trying to fix that problem, there's then another problem with that problem. So a couple hours later and you're back to where you started, really. Really? This is the problem? Every other pipe's completely fine. Oh, I suppose because you guys... Oh. What? Did I not connect them? How about now? Yeah, there was a very slight difference there. I might as well do a couple down here as well since we're already at it. Although I think these were actually fine, but I mean, I've noticed a problem, so we're going to try and fix it. Or a potential problem, should I say. It's not actually a problem yet. Yeah. Okay, now let's check. So was it this one? No. Oh, right. Well, I don't know which one of the pipes had the issue. But no matter which one it was, it no longer has that issue. And go. That's fantastic. So this would take some time to fully operate now, which is a bit of a shame, but you know what? It's okay. It will work. It will take some time, but yeah, it will work. Right, what's our next problem now? U3 again, but that's water related, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. But it is starting to flow, which is great. Yeah, this is exactly where we were before as well. So there was nothing there originally, now there is. There's a little bit there, now it's completely filled up. And there was nothing here, and again, this is starting to fill up now. So water should no longer be a problem down here. Seeing green lights all around over there. There are still some red lights, but they are turning green. That's an issue with water. More specifically with this one, but I mean, look at all the water that we've got here. That should... yeah. Good. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. So we're now making our 2,600 megawatts there from that. The only thing left to do for today is remove that. Obviously make this part of the factory look a lot nicer, but looks do not take priority as of right now. Bring you down to here, and connect you to there. Fantastic, and just like that, we are now able to produce 9,600 megawatts worth of power, which honestly I'm really happy with. We are over halfway there now. Oh, living on a prayer. Sorry. No, that is definitely some very, very good stuff. We've managed to do all of our pipe stuff today as well, didn't we? Which was, again, pretty cool. Let me just go into decoupled mode for a second. There we go. Select endpoints. Yeah, chap, thank you very much to everyone for tuning in today. I mean, the support on today's stream was unlike anything I've personally seen on this channel in a very, very long time. So I do greatly appreciate that. In fact, let me just... whoa. That looks a bit weird. There we go. Let me just check, because I'm pretty sure we broke like a little channel record there as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, 17 likes, 500 people tuned in today. A peak of over 60 people? Wow. I mean, generally, thank you very much, everyone. I don't know what else to say. I will be live again, though, tomorrow. So if you guys enjoyed today's stream, if you might want to watch a bit more of it, I will be live again tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time I'll be live, but it will most likely be a very similar time as today. So roughly around maybe 12:30, maybe 12 GMT. Or no, BS. We're in BST now, aren't we? Yeah, British time. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope to catch you guys on one of my next videos or streams. Without further ado, though, goodbye.